mame ma kwaba emfamra Adom TV jumeku we eso jumedi a wobusu a wohwe eye nkranhyensem na me amedi ho chia me edi amjeso ene ni tekotego ene de ye betwana montuo bi afa amamre on ye ka amamre a se ye wo ba wiase a as you come into this world you grow up being presented with a variety of images and cultures that you will be gradually convinced has been the best image you have to pursue or become. You will be say yede emfoni amamre ene akwan hodo ekire se we ene edimu na de akire ebia suban ebia neye ebia kasa se abodini ese wogie e da to anim ama me ncha se enkyerɛkyerɛ amamre ka potokasa ka culture. How do you define culture? Culture embodies the social behavior. Culture embodies the institutions and the norms or measuring standards of behavior. Yeka culture eye nipakusu se mote baabi musu e ka bomu enempo enioma amota eyo ka bomu ena esusu ye de susu banpa ewo saa nipakunum. These are practices informed by ideas, ways of life, traditions, heritage, values, habits, and tailored social behavior. Ye cancer culture, ye empo nsusuye, ye eda ankrankre etimu awakabomu awaye empo nipekuo. Ye nipekuo esuban awoso dimu bia woye bie. Ena empo wane nhyehyeye ani wosu ni woban ani wotete nsem a wota eye abakwasem a wodi bubra na empo de somboma wo ma wodi akire enti wo ba wiase asra ne manyina ekekire de soa waba wo ye Ghana ni waba wo ye nkranyi waba wo ye framantem ni waba wo asanteni asantefo amamre na enkranfo soso ye kusum bo na benjon menim se de kana yewe mu ba igbofo soso be wa amamre kro bia ne brono bia ne bebia te bia wo na amamre na yewo ye tade kyerɛkyerɛ wo ma wo ya ne no na yeyi waye de anya ne abo ne atwewaso enti ento ha se obenye do baabie no na nipakuo su ene wo ban ene wo mamre abaye wo mamre nipakuo su ene wo suban ene wo ne ye abaye wo mamre eno nti se wanyini na amamre kura wo no enya amamre a wo di firi osoro na baaye amamre ekura wo no enya amamre a wo na wahyehyɛ amamre kura wono eye obi su ne ban ne hwehwemu ne ye na watintim wadwen proso na woso wafre no amamre. So many of us are following the cultures of others that we call our social culture. Some media me Ghana ni enti Ghana su ne ban ni, some media me akani, some media me framantem ni, some media nkrani they say enankrafo wo yo enya no kore. Though culture is inbuilt, it shouldn't be static. We must say achira amamre de, but amamre aya ade abetimi asakra mu eba na wabusua chichire eba na nyonko mu eba na wadesua mu eba na adwuma nanso ya na yehwe TV ite radio ye can papers na ade a they all justify cultural realities and utilities and artifacts. Eba na media kwa na bro ye papa say when na ekoso na say kwa de aba na say bibi ton high culture we say singer ton we say cooker ton we say standard ton say aye amamre a ye di akire na enkam ye e ma ye nkwa adwen pro so enwini enkwa akire say mesusu how do I define a new culture away from the social culture that I'm in? Culture and ye di so awade mu amamre ni peso amamre bi wo a wagye atomu a adane empo ahwesode ya de wubra na me pese mbisa se wankasa wo a wotie mi ne no wo amamre wo a wotie mi ne no wo amamre e de na betimi de nsa si so akasa we ye me so amamre we ni mi su ni me ban. These are my institutions, these are my values, these are my beliefs that determine how I act in life. as an individual, yes, you must abide by social cultures, but indeed you must define your personal culture. Ebanu wawadia amamre be na wankasa watintimu a odi bo amamre ebu obra ebanu wadwuma yo a ebana disua a wo de aye na obi aye bi da bi ena kono ka hunu se onyame ebo se ne se so Bible no say for God made you in his image and likeness and not in the image of any society. Onyame wanhwe nipakuo bi so na de boye wanhwe oman bi so na de bowo wanhwe kwadwo wanhwe ama wanhwe kwabra wanhwe ni wanhwe togbi ohwe no ani mu ena oye ose ne seso ene suban. Indeed, even though you have to work to fit into any society, you must always consider your own personal practices in alignment to the society. You must consider your principles as it aligns to that society. Musa udeni pekumu ese usuban ni pekuo su no ese ni se bobra but we ye nyina no ese wankasa wo pe uso wa mamre nti na me bisa say e de ni wankasa wa mamre. What is your personal culture? Bisa ho hwe unyini no you are supposed to operate at certain things. We dey fa, we dey bibini, say yeah, chira to what process say o school and e for cratch. O katwi a onya cratch ni. Mo pa wi ase. Na China ni onzo ka China ka so no nya cratch. Won no ene dey me ni otua na montuo bi. Na kai hu no say otwedi ampo no oboy wa moye nse ni pekuo. Wa moye so ni pafoforo wo se na onyame ase se moma ye mu nipa se yesu ne ban na eni ntino obo nipa se ne suban be ma ne oba ene obo ye ne ente wo nipa su se Nyankopon a e de na se wa mamre we na me di jawo e de na se wa mamre we na me di jawo e san se wa yira wa mamre na wa yira wo su pesu ntina wo bre. Your greatest enemy is because you are lost to your own personal culture and to your identity. You are lost. Why you that? Uni mo mamre. Uni ma mamre ye de wo e de bo wo. Wa be suen yase de na de bobra. E na uni nipa wo yo. Eno ni nipa ade edi enya. Na meja ha ne. Na mada asese o de fide to adom a wo hwe me. Mami ni kan enne nipa ku bi ase a wo bo am ye Thomas ye Priscilla ye minua pani ana minua keto akura webe kampadu me da munyina ase wo production room wo me da camera for ase na da sound for ase ma da nipa bia wo show masene a wo ma adwumade we ba so wo a wo hwe me ko so ana hwe badwam na menya nwie adwumade we wonu nyame entina Mayemu achibiem na wasemra Adom TV Badwam dwumade so yadani te kote guase kwanshan sama na dwoi ode ahyase de edu so no Badwam kase nsam na yede ba no edoso ne etodwa omu bi ya wobeti ni minority leader a wono anso ye MP ma adwuma ko enya ne sim abato mpesua so won fifi mantemu se NDC aban ye beba no wombehwe ni mo se abotumi nsia da animu no de interest rate ombete so na abo adwadifo yede bebro yebeko otimantam ni mo MPP amanyoko no dwamtenani o krachi ntwumru abato mpesua so ono so de to Ghana for anase adehye wo ho anim so wonto abai afi ensama MPP amanyoko no biem se be ombeto a womponto nyuma no so sansam no ne nsam bi eka ho ena no pe mede bro sa Adom TV Badwam kase wo share live e Facebook/Adom TV Extra uko Go TV a channel ne 119 DSTV 280 uko YouTube nso a o search Adom TV Tube ubenya ye sansem we eni bebre ka ho nso uko adomonline.com a egu ho bididi afia amankwa tamaklu afia ni DMT said ensem ni chemu ankasa etie minority leader a wono eye MP ma adwuma ko nya ne sim na baton pesua so e won fifi mantemu ra to force ne de tudwa chemu NDC aban ye beba no o mehwe sa bosumi nsia edi animu no interest rate de won mo better so sebe ye beboa adwadifo na won so atimi age bosia ebu nsam no ye to so
Katra mode NDC party ya won hyehyɛ papa bi ma mo nhyehyɛ ya won ye de ma won ti kan ne de interest na sabe amokɔ banka no ba ye tininti muntu menje bosan ye de hyehyɛ papa bi baba ema interest no bono ya twa bafom na kwa bontena na kwaje bank bosa enye bi na tum da ye wadwuma.
Eno echi no kasamafo de ma NDC amanyoko no Sami Jemfi enso de nsem sei eka ho.
Mama no na say wedding na amafo ye group na ya mo we mfuyi ni. Wedding gown na aya e ma ne hwe no unya bia wo bepa. Someone still say na say wedding no unya bia wo bepa. Eno nti we ye master na na wusu adwuma. Entity ya unya eno na mo friend policy. Jo Muhammad the second neighbor ye betwere mu nyina mudi na ye register mu nyina na ye upgrade u training no enti enyema niwa aba kwati bro ne ye ni wo dukrom no ye pese ye sidi pam sa enyema ni nyina bi wo Ghana.
Sede yegu ahubwo so hwe rade animu se December bosome ne de to sonson beba ne akoto aba eyi mampani ne mrahye bedwafo no wo krachin twumuru aboto mpesua so wo ti mantam ne mu no MPP amanyokuo no dwamtenani owura Evans Yaudapa ene de tudwa kire mu se adehye wo abato mpesua no so no wonkoso anto aba no ma MPP amanyokuo se be ya empuntunyum a won mo ahyase no ombewie
Cracking Chungu district. Nana Mumi and Cadopre. See, said district he buy a conference buy. MPP Nimusoda. Ewaha. Mumma MPP when you be say, Yenye MP, I will cracking Chungu. But and you some of try MPP a buying so. No matter MPP. Yes, who swans you as one son and I'll be who you move. And he has swap and Sansa I NDC for. And you Senana. When they were pound for and they were man for and so bad a best swap ensue.
Nancy Yape and James Mahmudu, ya Wojan MPP Amanyoko Nidum Apre Crachin Chumuru, Mashibi Kunyano, Echre Muse, Fie Munian, Watuaba, MNDC Amanyoko, Nenso Nadia say, Wonomewa Bemwa, where Bibia Emma Wonum, Nessentia Brasson, so Wonomutuaba, MPP Amanyoko, now what is society and impum to Eba Wonum Ekrum Honomo.
Crachin Chumbra, Yanokre, Yadi Adriane Bakun Ache, Minkasi Yadi Adriane Bakwache, Yadi Adriane Boni Bakun Ache. Enya aduane mpo a ema omi nti mestre say afi 2024 de bia ensori engineer na yen testi MP so wo hwe constituency na atwa ye ho ahia tisi panda ni damba ni ahun keka ho a omu testi MP no omu hu faso bia ewo nti ye besere say afi de obia ensori na yentimi nto abapa na mi James Mahmudu mi wo arishemu na minim say ti maimufo nso enim
wo Denchira Queen Mothers Association na ne won ma pawo campaign peace campaign ho ntoma wo dunkwa onofin wa pa Denchira East Mensimo onfinfin mantemo ni nyina no dawura won mo so bo wasomdue mu wo yabato on hyehyɛ ya bekoso no na dunkwa onofin empotamu no wo nante ya kyerɛ sɛ nkabom ene ehia so mai
media for no so kakra kan say de mu hu ye no mamu kasem hu de mu te ye mamu kasem ate mu ade no empere hu ko kan sem bi hwe hu se de wo kan no kre na wa kan afa de enim na wo kan na ko fa ensem bebre ne de abaye sra mu bua ye esese munya abotere na de mu begun no na mo kan mamu mpere hu ko kan sem bi a de entokwa na ha bebre oman ebesere mo bua ye nti edom te mo so munye de e bua ye
eno echi no na hima yi signed to Ghana for nyina enum se wono momfa amonyoku a wotai on echi no entu nche no wonwene se Ghana sundwe hu ehia pa na se hunti no wono mo bekoso anu abɔ ho ban abato ni mu ena afi abato no echi
Ghana ye nyina ye nipa ba ko ye oman ba ko esese ye hu sese kasa je enyonko ana emia e kasa na butirim ndokwa pone Adom dedie no afa hwema abato na yeto ya kira ya dwene se na be ya oman be fa ntoma pefra anya bufuo anya kasa twitwie anya ntokwa ndi se kasa yenhwe se kasa na ye kan e be kasa man ni di aba ho na fa bufuo mla obi ana fa ntokwa emma oman mu isa somdwe no nyame di ama ye fetete. ဒီစီအကောဆိုအထမ်းရဆုံးပြီမ
Independent parliamentary candidate Madisha wa evaluate Adom Rodra Abaton Pesioso wa Western Region ya Prophet Elijah Joshua nene wadi atudwa chiremo se wono ene betumi akon etia galamsey e wa Abaton Pesiano so nti adehye nto abai e manafi.
I know that now that elections are coming, they are going to come and start distributing money to you to buy your conscience. But whether you're a Muslim or you're a Christian, the Bible and the Quran tell us always to follow the truth. We should not follow this stomach.
Facha yen say yenya ye Prophet Elijah Joshua de no yen kase ahodo mo ye de bebro na imomane na wote ye no yen DC amanyoko won Franka Tuni John Dramani Mahama na nei wono so ede nsema ahodo eto dwa se obi anhwe na obi ama medada obi a bosha wontimi ne so no aka no ato abade ama na fia bato no Ghana for mo ani na ho na onto aba ema obi a obetumi aboa ma yedie ni mpuntu akoso.
I know that now that elections are coming, they are going to come and start distributing money to you to buy your conscience. But whether you're a Muslim or you're a Christian, the Bible and the Quran tell us always to follow the truth. We should not follow this stomach. And so you take money, you fill the stomach, and you buy your conscience, the stomach will get empty again. But your bought conscience and the action you take because your conscience was bought will live after you. And so when the money comes, please accept it. It is your money. The money that should have been used for roads, should have been used for schools, should have been used to bring you development, that didn't come. It's that same money they're going to bring and share to you. The money belongs to the people of Ghana. It comes from the taxes that you pay. So when the money comes, what do? You collect it and you chop it. But when you go into the polling booth, vote for the truth.
Kasa yemu no wadi tuja se Ghana ni bi wo maimu a woto aba no ebraso so obo mpa ye kire urade sebe urade na kasa beje na baba na okoto na ba wotumi ato aba ma wo bia obeti aba be yensesaye pa e wo maimi.
You must pray that God gives you the sense of discernment to make the right choice. Because anytime you make a wrong choice, the consequences live with you. Today, the suffering we're going through, the destruction of our economy, the hardship all of us are going through, our inability to buy fertilizer, the high cost of goods, the high cost of transportation, the high cost of electricity, is because of the choices we made in the past in 2016 and 2020. This time we have the opportunity to correct it. And I know we're going to make the right choice.
Jamtinani Edema National Youth Working Committee ma NDC amanyoko yo kan minta. Ena watchere NDC aban se nyame ya dom no ombedi abanwa yi so a wombeti youth ministry na watimi aboa emebuno.
Samuel Wusubrako ejina ndisi amanyoko ne dinimu apre achiase abato mpesua so akunya no ochire mu se de aban ede atu ne hu sa afi eya afi a wadi akwan no enya de samanfo a wodo mu abato mpesua no so hono mo no wanya so mfa so bi
Mayenya so na Adom TV Badwam kase na hana brema kwan na no pay ye de asie aseda ne nkoma wo omre na wadaje a wo de fam yenti ne mum mani de mu a mesa se obiem twen ye yenche ye basisi na de bonkrata no de aba no pay ene online de no so ye de asomo ye kwaba Eda se mo kwaba biem de ba Adom TV Badwam jumade yi eso the radio se ne 14th October last week if I see October muno middle of the month wow radio that's it you dey na bidri ti ye mwakwaba ye chia omene ura asante da ko asante krobia ne gina ye na so anope radio adom ye nkwa yi BNC ye so na ya ne ye home na moje di mu afrisane ene ye besom ti nye fidie no free ha ne tie nsem papa nkranchen sem ebebo ama bibia koso be me na no pementia we e bia boko
papa majoso bia kama Karaman so ana on sana osusude ache ye nyina no ya isa open nye di hu bi deni you know they no to boas ya isa open me kasegu na sunya fa na de nafti directions be ba intino kama mantile mekano ya isa open you know ya isa open de mekano ya brabo mu komo so ko sa bra pusu na mna so utunu enfa utuna osre why isa open you know ti abrabo no bia isa obi penyon ti de mekano wo na ko hu ma me no papa so ma ba kokra na osre omo eno am ko di mi wo for almost 94 years a birthday otema we share the time na okuku board no e penyu okuku board na oba ma yi bag ni kura no na oba no opuru tu say na say on sika na oyi ma na odi ne ho den no I na me ko hwe ni pa no am ko di birthday mu zo for still strong but it is why say me pay am pa
eno na yi ram pofo je onya ne baby ekro say time changes eno na mitie sa na nyomo na so wow
mi ampa na mi every day o ti na ba ne sa o but it will change for the good.
It's true.
Ti the mekano it will change for the good. Very very important, it will change for the good.
Amen.
There just a time changes in the Biblia dance of kwachi congregation of 10 and one abi preach o Moses sa there be it will change for the good.
Ebenyiri sir.
Yes, every time changes into the Odebiano, or over theatre, Kwame down now, so one would be on children and quaratre. Every time a papa and mamma come some movement, not curtains the trim on them, now and your papa. It will change for the best. So to the mechano. Now, best in the bar also, yes, or the input to be back.
Also, baby,
also, Jeff account. Best in 50 preoccupy mau. After prayer, after everything, best in the bar. As a one casa su TV who share best in him. TV every Daniel pa by bed Daniel for the good of all of us.
And show you Google any honey aquadro beda. Sorry. So content with Adiana and kwabna for we nka ho one more said nyame adom wonsa no nyuma na omo ye na ase omo ye okay wo baby omo kono a enti sika no kakra bi se bia wo ye tire na me ne kwabena enu a wontumi nyire no ho nkeka no ho nti wo beda ten afi no wo ba adwuma ene kwade obi kura no wo nkode bi o ma excuse na me yare na me yesei nanso wonim se no na betimi abie inhira kese de amaw ene ohu kwasi twum wa bie adwuma yetimu so wo ka na story ne kira wo se de no wo de ne maame achi ton mo ne anwa hwe na ne wa bebie we no sanko ye content we bebie omo no ne anwano a o say enenke ye wa ha nti wo de na kakra na wo ye no focus hunu say tire na me ya ene mo content tire mo mami me beautician academy a metete nkwada nso no ne ade me no nyo focus nyenya se kakra no a nti yesa na sa na afi aho kire bi abaye
fa nkwancha me ne ampedito wache o joint bi ma me na ton wache no hono ma 30 years kiosk na table flat na no to
wa no to wa we no obeka se na aho kire na aho kire but I hope say e bia ne de no o de asisi mansion we kire ho ba bi
well obi sudim ka chinchire obi sudim it won't come na Monday be positive what you say and some of what you do work out and every my own kwan dey bro no meso iwipe na agokansi onum apomudi onkomo onum ahosepe so onum na fe ye de asemidika ansa na empensempense mu ida to aso e de amawo and the majority leader our Ghana's parliament nim nyamfo afenyo marking and ene be twetwe nkomo I'm sure so I crowd say also ubebusa the questions bi a opese ubusa because akonya na ebeba de amawo daily guide de be shase or say government moves to secure forest reserves infonya daha Godfred Yeboah Dame, Ghana, your Attorney General and Minister of Justice. German Business Association Honest Nana, German, businessman or Mukubi or Ghana, on their Basubode Kese Ama, Ghana Mampenyi, Nana Danko Kufuado. It said, yeah, one of Face Kasemu and Kuntebuni in Page Muno, Moody for no mucha, or so to say the Osha Ghana, said, yeah, to no mana, a Mudawi, I positive. Na no da arehosi we see we easily go on the mean kan wase me go rem otiase a yi footage ni kwatra ontiase e wade nkoso yi footage na afi so certain exuberance I wo emebru bi ni mu no e wade nkoso calm on down and not from how you can't just blame and not from you know a whole lot of factors nti yentu yebo aso abrabo a ye bonum and lotto operators parry allegations against Samia Oku ono so infonye da hanu say ankomodi kama koso nsema wodo bem ka fayira Samia Oku no so David no kure bia enim
akwabena ye facha me ewo sa accident no ne omonko a enne youth yi anyame adom bia nyame ama won sika like true onmo yi bi omoye no mototo posh car no ne ade ya na ye me nwanwa bebre sakwabena wo hwe ba bi community bi mu a ekwan mu ye ketwe bi tisese ya na cars mienu ba ko ba na wo ye overtaking abesan ye homiwa incoming eba no e de na opese esie enti no mi hunu sa youth no de ya na eba wo mu e mo ye sa hantan yo se de yo just say the America sa nti se wona wo ho no wan say wan ye careful an ma wo kwan kakra bia na je say nkwanhia no na esie no obi nam ne ba bi pa ya hwe yie na nam wo nti na akoba sa no ya na de life no yesre mo ate no nkrofo na ene ye ja ye wo fanom ye yirenom ye kununom na mo shorting wo mo life e ma yensa no ti mo nya careful
e bi ka say obi amanya sound o ti ka say de obi ye no emfa o say na ka mo nti ase no o say wana ka say na me de me hu na me ye ma de nti me fa enye no kre wona odo hu na so betimi affect
yeah
affect nyoma bebre enye wona odo hu na wo ko speed because speed now according to the edin aba say obi ha to obo ase odu akọ kilometers we ba ya me na me car na me na me dem na wo wie pe na akọ o mamu ni na asem
race bia road bia wa ye ko race horse now nam community also ko 50 na wo ko 8 adai na sa kwa nam kwan ho ana pani bi nam kwan ho a wonim hwe na wo de kopem no na wo ye ne
very unfortunate the Ghanaian Times enim han nkoma ye di ankasa infoni da so who videos ankasa ye de who fresh
ni pass
so videos ankasa maybe you understand what we are coming from
sajuani sakuani safiani
videos
one share my way busia mon kafra wate
videos na
kafra na we de kankwanhia de say a wo bete bia ayi long distance kwan so yesi bia kuma so kwan so yesi bia Cape Coast kwan so ana tachima nom ne ade we de wo vicinity na mu community na wona mu no a me fahaba na nkwanhia we atumi asi amadi pass.
Okay, so a Kasafa was 8 killed, others injured. in 2 separate gruesome road crashes. The Ghanaian Times also there, but any man will say.
And wait, tomatoes for the nana.
And the tomatoes for the account. And also tomatoes for be a good question.
Last week, it's a Friday we said that bay. And also just say, come now, any panana a poor abashani. I don't know. I drive for Montomo Boca Crasa. And only one of the big buses, because my name on says I hear me and Sunday I can see be. And on New Year wrongful overtaking. According to eyewitness reports, no crana bus can not try so bear avoid. There's still no one and just walk. Habna can one. Yaboka need now her car net to be a moon. Mo contunto ayabo boss wa fan. Ni nyina ne nipa wo. Ya kum na kra. Ya ceremony di mo. Mo ma ye nyai sa no shin na. Afi ne bekwa wie ya. Na. Da bi
ya jitu.
Ya je he. Ya de anu akeka na ye ho. Ya na ye sa de no. Nti sa overtaking ntanka auto.
Very much avoidable.
Auto.
Na de ya ba akosu krom se. Eni driver for so for akeka aka no. Wo ko bro na wo ekwan de we no apeso sa no. Wo ya so no wo tiaso.
Eno ye bayi. Oza de bia me kasa bayi nye de otu. We mu nyina ye type of bayi. Wo tiaso.
Ama wo no ka na e be sia no. E pia wa shega ayim.
Ene say, we wudidin. We ti say wo de seka to obi kro mu kuno. Because wonko. Ena wo nyana ye say o sa ho. E ho na mu tiaso. Nti wo betimi atiaso a. Ana wan kwa me yanso yamfolo. Adwen bonne. Umianye careful. Na accident sie no. Baifo bia no okukuru car no de kwahwe ne nyonko car mu. Eyen yankasa. Oto ogbobọ kwa. Ubeduru. Yese kwanye. Nti yenye. Ye wie nso akwan kuru ya na ese kunye. Nti oman na ne sei. Eno so je se mampani bi firi baabi na beka jo se tobo speed na wo kono. Bi wa chanso de no so wo ho. Wadru highway e bi 180. Ene kware o ya agwa na posifo e. O de ade na hwe o so say if you speed na no de open to makwa hin. Am say oh aban the speed we dey here na me kwa me mom na me obi so overtake me akọ no wa jal man ko me ma me ko 80 68 wo ka jam say me ko speed anya hwe aban so acho ye de wacho say sa bag wo na na say fia me dey me hu ti mo me nto ye bo momiento ye bo na den a bebia wo kɔ bia no ubeduru mo amuni mabo achechede kasa do okonwa nanso onka akire da de bia bebia okɔ no du momiento ye bo ye sevi ye busua e pamo acho pa mo ya yekunu mu twitwi ka asanom ni ade nyame dom wo no mo bafie no wo mo kɔ a ya ka asem da bitu na so se kwasi kwaku kwehwachi hwenkora no unim se ye mie no kura te wo na ye den abaako no ho enipa dodo nso na wo de wo no kɔ Adaroma konoboko ne kobra sunji.
So your election headquarters Kokomutipa Kyle said 55 more days.
This is here obuase. Nipa 12. Manyo ko huntino. Let me say yeah wo hwa ye de bebre.
So 55 days more.
12 condemn. What they allege. Me fan so mebra ye ko ero mo go hospital.
Paper filled with accidents and Kwame please keep your spirit in high spirit in Semenya. Yes, I will share and Kwanshian come on to say ya. It's scary.
And a fresh week like this, now in Kwanshian Yes, Remo.
President praises Ochehine for championing environmental conservation. When you are the parliament in Babotai can say Bakopa Mode, but one be sama ye forest, you know. Tell ye remember you to for good year into no Quazono. Want to mass such a in temper. Republic Press and so can what some say the Ghana economy no is back on track. Ye nearby Mammy Cynthia Morrison so no court in community or say any on Tiasia into Obesati sim was I it's here that say into the Boncrate while so Jibra no Akotobia can kind AdomOnline.com so ewo ye the more esiha nafe Eric said body the agudie some number health tips no and ye yes in ye num no aha wiki mo so sa yempe yesen check nti ene no yeni hu komo sister Sunday bi oye guy ono so dia ho sepe beba na afi nkomo ba ku mienu beba nsa na semedika incoming kwasinsia so dia ba na afi ono abo afenyo markings ene era asante krobia aka obulodadi enso de pensem mu atwa so koso ma fidie na yeda se
Fantastic morning. I was saying some aqua. I'm not sure. I go to some net tower. So while I'm not trying to know what the Asia Concordia there at 7 April. Now, ya na a basia. One here. Now, what is in Subi or be a numbi no so conumbi. Now, cofa some dia bro. While I'm not trying to know what a papa. No, na. You bet me see a boakase. Oh, no more. No, believe no la balaba. Of course. One no more there. Now, wallow. Voila. Yadama se samo ken ho na yada ho so asese wa join him. Sergio Manucho Bernard Padibo train producers now. You better say na yede afi the UEFA Nations League across Europe and then results to team say yes Saturday will be back. So what Portugal Jan Nanso for Poland by 3-1. England are recover from that defeat also against Greece, abebo Finland by 3-1. Norway kwawe koluzu to Austria and Greece ball Ireland by 2-0. Young side games anymore. See call. Yeah, and Belgium and France, they bought a big game on any day. And of course, Italy, as soon as Israel, best time Germany, Holland. Matching up here. Iceland, Turkey, Georgia, and Albania winning games there. Basso or the Nations League. The more other games in Africa. What you say? Yes, Africa. They are so tired, but. Mame Entin Simo were the senior national soccer team, the Black Stars of Ghana. Kache wala na strami na water wamo ena ken one of pair dia gudi monsamade ebrewo. Na yeka Black Stars and Samino kaise ma touch it down in Tripoli. About ho ena edachana Ghana and Sudan for the second leg of the game. They Ebony what they have can qualify no Ebony and Yasam get to Accra. Now you go PM Hono to say yes. The Kanka Kone the Emrantan and some to make come Hokakra. Coach Otoado say the course of Accra Sports Stadium no GD so no and the boys thing na Ageti over Eta or more research on Benya win no Diama Ghana.
Even when I was playing to get success it's always on the other side of fear, so I fear God, but that's it, and for me I'm fearless, and if our players will get or have this attitude and show the passion and they will be fearless, then I'm very, very sure that the probability is high, very high that we win. Nevertheless, and this is also I think why we love football, and football anything can happen. I've played so many games also as a player, and I said it before, we played with Borussia Dortmund, we were German champions, and then we played against the 5th division team and we lost. So I know anything can happen, but the probability that we lose is very, very low, I think, if we do our homeworks, if we are concentrated, if we play together as a team. And yeah, I think if the players, and those are the most important persons, if they fulfill and work together as a team and fulfill what our plan is and our tactics against Sudan.
Right, waiting some coach Otoado to just Bibiako, sending my planning on it. Yeah, you bet me and winning against Sudan. Coach Ignatius of Fosu, one of the assistant coach Dima Sudan, and also Gidi, so I'm betting me at Chagana show more fee.
The good thing for us is the first thing is that we have James Kosiapia, who has enormous experience. So he tries to keep it together. And for the boys, I always say that they want to do it for their country, because for now, as it stands now, they are the only hope. They are the only people who bring joy to the country. So they look back at home and they want to fight, because there are those out there fighting for the lives of others. So they are also here to fight for the joy of others, and that's what is keeping us going. With nationality and professionalism, whether I coach in Ghana or I coach elsewhere, it's about profession. If I'm not a professional, you will say that, oh, look at that coach, he's not a professional enough. Maybe after that you go to cry, but it's part of the deal. It's not every day that you will be happy. It's always a bittersweet situation. So that's it. It is what it is.
Right, it is what it is. And on Coach Ignatius of Fosun somewhere out there to Eja. Now, you can't sign on Sabre Yansha after 3 games, send a table in the city here. Yansha Babia Canada. And yes, 9 points for Angola, second year Sudan. And Ghana were 2 points. Niger, 1. And Yashe say Kwambia son one a bit me qualify Akopimo. And 3 more games to go. Top 2 ever qualify. one year first second forget it fakra and to say and a table no is here after 3 games but qualifiers back also there's Gambia, Madagascar, Kenya and Cameroon and Togo and Algeria, Zimbabwe and then Namibia and the Babweni in the AFCON qualifiers. Shane Sumami wala natural mineral water can hone in Savano Ebro and Nano pay. Yakan we really am remove in the Ghanaian Premier League this weekend at so match day 6 young Coruscant young apostles Tnafi has a walk winaba yes has coach young apostles bomb coming I'm a team back when of course Accra Lions breakum Chelsea 1-1 young Coruscant those games in the sequence.
Of course. Wow. Oh, wow. For young apostles.
My description for this goal is absolutely wow. Brilliant 10. Look at the distance, look at the angle, look at the technique. Brilliant. The goalkeeper was totally beaten. What a quality of a player. My goodness. My oh my.
Beyond goalkeeper Daniel Afu.
Right, we need a course so that particular game. Accra Lions breakum Chelsea 1-1. Yanshada results across in the Ghanaian Premier League over the weekend. Kaishane sokoro kwa mobo umuko piemo wa America. Yes, hodi ene so mfane se Ghana select side. Mari baba be kan ho asem kono and house of samates there yentumi amwe sanse nsu kese etoye was Samara Boy. Basaki Holy Stars winning 1-0 over Karela and after Nations and the Gold Stars game here 1-1. Adriana Stars winning 2-0 over Dreams and Bichim United the ball Mediema but 2 goes to 0 and the way and Sunday and Sunday Sunday and Saturday the Ghanaian Premier League no and Semono Shannon Sumam says I don't kaka koro ye kosi ku anyire ho ampe ba bia na e be ha dwen pa eti me hwe na ma mo hu sane table no esi etie ewo Ghanaian Premier League demo now as of folk by virtue of win omunye ni ntomo froba kakra you see on top of the table still Bibiani Gold Stars 12 points Asante Kotoko second 11 and after so no Mediema third with 11 points Brekum Chelsea 4-10 and a Nations Tosu Num with 10 points into winning Sunday here oh hwehwehwehwehwe high so focus so Tosu Ngotwe a wo 8 points into cash and so sa if I'm winning Sunday table ni here in the Ghanaian Premier League and yaka Kotoko Semono no what him say na say when DC United ya can see back opim so wo America na kiki afi na Kotoko place ni nwaira Yehom Sudan for me no Kotoko sign omo no afi ye hwehwe omo yehom now Kotoko already no more so that inti atam the visa players be na de omo eka ho and afi so no some 1 or 2 players be wa America no e de omo kan Kotoko ho and omo so ye de no Ghana select side into bracket Kotoko and omo ade kan say the pem so win by and so when fan say Kotoko 2 DC United 1 America de course so ho ma wia yeah, the actually seminar and so Badwam was sending a see at the latest from the camp of the Black Stars. So yeah, the one seminar Badwam. Sergio Manocho, Bernard Paributre, and the producers. Wala natural mineral water at the Messia Concon and Ameden Seminar de Ebrewo. Kejuan Kasani, Erica C. Dubwedi. Sabri, the Apomodion Seminar twas for my year. Sister Sandy be a guy so warm me up. The Akai number twaso. Because I have you.
And then so you more kwaba strong kodo over Adom TV Badwam health tips so oye obi a edikan ye na wo hwe na ye na safi dwada de kosi fiada 5 minutes na week ni mu ya ka one topic na ya ne kakra sa endpoint homeopathic clinic adaroma na dwumadie yetumi edebro wa Adom TV Badwam dwada de kosi fiada endpoint is menkai wo say infections e hawo ba Mr. Trumi Kassie infection was on one treat here. Ne long term effect no anodre. Timisi a wo nyina ho kwan. Mr. say infections how was bra no check him out free. O lab no na ese watu akakra o scan no ne ade ndo ye de achew. Nti enko endpoint ho ye be man so prostate no. Trumi kana ko check wo de ni sisi wo ye be man ko ade wo prostate. They also check wo free endpoint bi obejo so. The number is 0244867068 0244867068 7068 na one Dr. Kasa. And so akunya number say yemra medofo pa Augustina Mensa Ephraim ho ya wo ye dental surgeon technician na on one so covered by Perfect Smile Foundation. And then she ba and then say kasa wiki mu nkasa mfa dental caries ho. Wow. And we dia anything kasa obaye mu akwa benenso ne na wase say nenso obi e wo pon de amaye wiki mu ye kasa fa de ho.
But na watch ye cassava dental caries.
Caries dental
for a Thai friend kaka.
Okay.
Why na be say in the home come because in dinipa bebre nyapa.
Kaka. Yeah. Okay, any bonnet of my ye na nana can ya to so.
Say ka dental caries a year and kofo baby feel say a tokro no. But any tokro ni kwa e da esin ni na dental caries. Say e start say a year brown. Which is demineralization. Minerals na e wo esin e na me white na ye hu den part no e start say e discolor and sana e beba be tokro no. That is what ye friend no dental caries. So the moment ye be hu discoloration no to us no when ya dental caries and I say when ya kaka nti eno ni e decay proye esen no proye is the caries in proye no and I friend no kaka so hard tissue no I started say pro and no and I ye friend no kaka to the moment I'll be who say demineralization has started esen no so I brown kakra discoloration kakra
yes
e betimi enye ebi omo kase kaka no esia kase ne nko na e affected that
me entente
we 32 ni na any of them kaka betimi ayen no to the moment I will be said discoloration about sineso no pacho wenya kaka it is starting na yempe ho asem nka
na eba ma wo ya obi ana
ansan na kaka be ma o ya no na watena ho ache it's a lot of it takes years because one says a yedding nti emwa na kakran no mudike na chansa na obeti pain no na ache but one kasa ubie we numa mu say me see we ase color no asesa enwa ye brown brown na ekọ na ye black black na abo say afi obididi na aduane no akoshem se tokro no aba tokro no say start kakran one pe one say man kan be kwa to the root na fi aye retain
ti nkura nyina nya kaka
pa akra no pa especially ye wa bottle feeding ye dey bottle feeding bottle anajo na ye feed o man
mo kaka
pa
ye wu ani ye beto aso na ochi mu nkomo no chena yankopon ya adom aka ye ho e na sa bre de ani ye nya feeding bottle no mo ni esesa ma won na be wi eche o feed no ba obenya kaka de na se ano den ti ochena dental caries ho ye beto asa nkomo no eso fasedama endpoint homeopathic clinic na ya rebia hawadwan no akasatena mame o number no bi
acho 0243728542 0243728542
tine number ni komo ayedie ene de ka ho bia wo no mu no frɛ no bejo so chena nyankopon ya adoma kan ho ye nto aso Badwam dwumadie no so eda sepa na nso me sure so asuade wo health tips so ame ya adoma wiki mu nyina ye to asa nkomo no caries like kaka no ne sa ne mana o si edi sa nkomo no ti ya hye no so chena so asa kan ho wadaro ma de du so adom na dom ye se C4C homeopathic clinic wo dendua yi mo eboa ye ne de be kasa no doc say ye kasa fa thrombosis ehunam say ene say nyar wan so se connect pa ti amema oche mu akwa ba Dr. George Siama Jr.
Any answer
bibi aboko de edwuma mu so koyi
yegusu kaka
e de nyame ase nene de thrombosis
yes
eno ye condition ben
that's the fear etia obi biara we nyamre anope ye ka thrombosis ana ye ka say basically clot of blood
ayo
nti se bia ye hwe ye ka kokko wo fia na we num ye na emu aya ba nti moja no so to de bia etimi clot ti e clot a na yakase e thrombus ana se thrombosis
hey na ne yanka clot of blood na the thrombosis okay then e de moja clot ba
yes me da say me answer our question we na so okay said they into the yanka clot of blood because sometimes blood no clot no enye moja nko a
okay
aya na proteins bi ni niam bi so keka but a very common condition according to recent article I'm reading here krano worldwide case by 4 nipa etimi efri mu no emu baako thrombosis na deba
okay
nti de ye kan say circulation no be a problem adia titru a day thrombosis ba no a dose but embrani nti ye be fa be 3 of them one major thing say ye nipedua no your blood vessels no ye will be wo ma your friend no endothelial tissues adia ne say eboa na moja enkloto enti se wunya injury to those endothelial tissue na ema moja ekloto endothelial tissue no produce special chemical bi a eboa masa esi enti se wentimi enya sa chemical no production a etimi essay blood vessels no enema bi wo ha aya ema blood vessels no say a de edi kan pa no diabetes enti se wo diabetes na wo no mundu ana wo no mukra sometimes say no hypertension is another major thing because of pressure na akomane de pumping moja nti etimi say eno so and na bit say cholesterol so build our blood vessels ni mu a eno so to me essay endothelial tissue nti some of these things na contribute injury to the endothelial tissue ne de ba another major thing so say you will be a friend lamina lamina say umoja we ni pedua ne mu no we say your red blood cells your white blood cells platelet and a plasma ni nyina no e speed a we say de nante it is our speed no so tia eno so esesa ahoden na wo moja ne mu ema eno so clot nti se wonya bibiti say inflammation say chronic infection about system na che na fa whole system na etima moja ne thick the friend stasis no ti abasa moja ne ntimi move ye abasa eno so to me the clot of blood no eba
the okay bi na da squeeze
yes with the clot of blood nti we no akwa adwen ni mu to bo say part of brain ni nya na ejuma ntimi ye na ebi eliki egu adwen mu na the problem aba ebi so wo ho a the friend no thrombophilia
philia sabe piemo
say yate hemophilia hemophilia chese umoja ni 210 ntimi nkloto ye ebasa na opra oblidi excessively nti opposite of hemophilia no and thrombophilia no na chese in this case no umoja no kloto ntentem dodo eno so yes thrombophilia eno so wa na umoja na kloto ntentem yes our circulation menya problem nti these are the major causes I deba with thrombophilia and be we genetic
yeah the wo
and be so wa secondary factors no yeah yeta tu kwan bebre no tena se cha utumi block circulation no and say bia yare bia kan na wadam pemu acha utumi onya such problem
wow na common Ghana
yes very common if you are in fact because most of the cases of CVA that's a stroke no thrombophilia and thrombosis na kwatwetweba am pain bebre no when ebi mudi nkoma ne say cholesterol nko na kwatwetwe problem we ba but enye no nko in fact so we share cases no cholesterol is the least of them nti thrombophilia and thrombosis are very very common it cause a lot of problem recently the clients be ono ne partner ne buy ye hwe ne partner ne wie no na me try say that my thorough investigation ye hwe o se hwe nya no wa check ne cholesterol bibia ye okay ye kan ya afi long and short ye koye man no na sabi ono kura na odi obi buy no
ono yare
o yare che no nti very common cases
wow enti thrombosis ehun komo na yedie mene Dr. George Siama Jr. wo C4C homeopathic clinic ena edi sa enkomo ye to so tie ni ye sabre o se ye komo yi no omo ka ho sem de na so mbetumi aye enti ye ne dog e to so enti apart from say o blood e clot no bibi signs bi o hono ma obehu say bia bibi say koso o ni pedium.
Yes, majorly signs are obehu say because we have good circulation enti unya numbness anxiety we cells ni elake any nerves ni lake afi so utiminya paresthesia ase bebe ni na mo ho bebre moja no so bi wo ho a enkwa adwe ni mu ye nti o brain function so eba form dementia ba that is a refrain bebre o ye be makrampo na etimi affect o wa ho ode wo mpem o ye oba so kra watinka kra so tumi ekofom in fact etimi more constipation kra and now we need to make problem because moja unko into vision by blood. So there are so many things at the everall. Now why you careful cry now mouth side there jojo because never in the normal bread beside your how bro. These are some of the signs are able to media.
Wow, and the signs are common like who experience be bad the best other ones be baby so na yes thrombosis ya.
Yes, if it's a very common thing these days now.
See about see for see emo be na mbetimi dey boy.
Yes, emo no doso the ye hia e kese pa no say e betimi aye baseline investigation na ma e hia is an say your type of thrombosis be why friend jugular thrombosis your con ha no your special veins be ho a set of veins and on a boama moja ekọ your neck no echo back and forth nti say no so be blocked moja nkwa adwene mi na how nti ye behwe no so very important in fact in severe cases crown no otuminya cerebral thrombosis na je say clot no ba adwene mo ho most especially your bibi your friend of portal hypertension you share your liver now your portal veins be ho and na supply your liver no with blood sometimes clot ni bit me form ho a form wa na when your portal vein thrombosis that is a liver ni ntimi nya moja ye ti ubenya problem this is very important I was say yehwe nyina na yehu type awo severe cases bi okwa complication the ba utiminya embolism the air can say clot na form no ebitimi tifre ho na nante it is a kwa na kwose o lungs mu aka na afi when your pulmonary embolism a medical emergency intimesel or diabetes hypertension case bia and train money aggravate to this state at least once a year now why a general check-up actual system so you'll be so I am one underlying condition no fa wondro now why a regular check-up is very important it's all see for see the basic thing I be no a baseline investigation we are near signs and symptoms no na ya baby a free ankasa ba ni attack on from that angle but your best stress na what we bosumi nyina ye October month of cancer no ye general health screening am obia with a subsidized price into say bia your scan I use first no bia 200 cedis I see 100 cedis na obia timi access the hia ye kese pa ne say ye be hwe system ni nyina amaw say wo se ye fa moja kra na ye san akoye de friend thrombin time no chire how our moja no ekloto na abwa ni nyina no ye betimi aye ama ho ntimesre se bibia wo bia no C4C ewo ho in the central region your branches akese miensa pa ho Cape Coast Agona Odobin and Asredro so Kumase ye wajoso kwame Jache Junction na wo Sredro so sisa ye ho afi to Takra so ye opposite Fejai May Sport Accra had ye wa Denta SDA Junction am stress so per direction to all these places a number me to jano fra e betu ye boas na ye no wakasa na ye so yetimi aboa number no ye 050 00403331 05000403331 and I say 05000403328 05000403328 C4C Homeopathic Hospital your GM don't need your treatment plans lady into the BISM I can say once treated forever treated and
that's it Papa Panti Dr. George Siama Jr. na hotel kanonti there yakin na omoye discount wo month imunti no kone ko check here near here se bibia clot ya se be ya unso unkonya sa condition ye thrombosis ene yedi ho enkomo no na Franco Trading Enterprise enso egu so a tone ma papa ne ho aka de eye Nokia phones na Opel na Samsung ne iPhones ani nyina no Franco Trading Enterprise e will be your smart TVs enso ho a range from 32 equal 55 inches enso any your tabletop fridges Samsung na Franco air condition also ewo ho 1.5 HP ne 2.0 and a 2.5 nyina Franco air conditioner make ho asem nti ko to bi na chile body no so ati ase e CCTV cameras nso ti ende ba bia wo bia no de bia bo ho a ona ma hu de ekoso e wo chi se school sa sorry se office se fie we hear CCTV cameras de afre Franco Trading Enterprise was 0246 422338 0246 422338 and 0555 939311 0555-939311 now on the Franco Trading Enterprise edi enkomo nyame ya adoma Joy Sports Invitational Tournament no so baso omo akọ break kakra na ba wo mo bed omo ba no with more vim into corporate institutions ni nyina na edi agrosi wa bo penalty say no ne de o hye nyina be koso so ati asenti nyame ya adoma 26 October da memenda wo University of Ghana Stadium Lagos ne ho and agudie no be kosoma ye nyina ye bedi agro no be 100 meters sad race just activities be brave sports Joy Sports Invitational Tournament no be so ntie nyina ye nhia obeso register free 0540 106466 0540 106466 into ye adwumako na pesa wo mo company mo ba am so be register bobo ni bi di agura hodo na mo di so nkuni mo dia na che se wa frɛ sa nambesi my emfa birthday wishing so and to her na fe men sorry happy birthday and call ma gifty amisa deputy women's leader wa Church of Pentecost Mountain View Worship Center and on one so CEO ma Gifres Electricals me nyame nhyiraw nyame onyo kese kosi so be kese pa from Bridget and Emmanuel and one anan mu nyina na we show a happy birthday radenyo kese kosi so be kese medinde afia amankwa tamaklo yekọ na sister Sandy ene kwesi nsianso aye krado etwaso
Antini Echaguno ya de biso mo de fata mani ene masumo merinde Sandra oheme ametiwa na so ejime nyame Adom Ghana fo chemu a
we sa Sandy no we ye jayo oye guy sister Sandy be a guy
cheme menya code kakra ti wa kakra wo ma na wo de acheme yan konsem no eso Ghana sini twani abaye friend no Jackie apia over the weekend me show say who say videos be trending wo social media no eso na nkofo chema ni fie na hye Jackie Eden Sembi abeto Montane so in fact Chris Vincent blogger ena ede safela we besome or say I just spoke to actress Jackie Apia. She says her main house did not catch fire as some are reporting. As a cinema she built on the same compound that caught fire, but that was not even serious as it was dealt with promptly. She's fine and chilling. It's no what is any fear share me show me ma yemu enhye show or your keeper which you must see maybe I will see with fear honom no eno eneja ekoto musa enti no yen sha de mercy a
fucking dangerous.
Jesus. Oh. Dear God.
Really, Jackie appear fee and a jademwing. And you know, babe, let me say 10-15 minutes ago, yeah, we a breaking news pa the fear what Trazako. I been a revenue before fee no. And a jadem na uti report about momuti area muhono no. O my boy ye pa. eja to mu no mu hu say eja no ano ya ye den no no mu nyina rush coffee honum isan say Jackie Apia one of the biggest actresses in the world you know obi ni baby oti no mu buru ho no na che say utimu say omo frɛ ye fire service na delay kakra abam na yesi de boy ni say ni pool na da ho no no mu sensu na no mo tuogu eja na ehye ni ti no de boa pa ayi ni pool na da efi ho no uti mu ana che say ti ja no start free the theater
to aso agana si ni twani abaye friend Emilia Brobe so no one also share will be ma atone so because we are talking about Steve Harvey, an American presenter, or American TV presenter, or American comedian. Recently, and same hoba Ghana at the game show iba hasi na oshia emi sister emi on one approaches of person in nature picture. Sister emi chemo etone so ye bada. Mr. Sani mi gina he ko imagine ma kwa abruchi na me show biti se Beyonce was a person nature picture. Hey, e better me swara. Into we dey atone so. And she was dumbfounded. It's hear her reaction real quick. Na yentwa. So
Hi, Snappers.
Hey, Snappers.
I don't even know what to say. I'm privileged to meet you. Hi, Snappers.
Hey, Snappers.
I don't even know what to say. I'm privileged to meet you. Hi, Snappers.
Hey, Snappers.
I don't even know what to say. I'm privileged to meet you. Hi, Snappers.
Hey, Snappers.
I don't even know what to say.
Into the bad is another system, me cry center, real quick, who's an accent, no. I don't know what to say and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's here twice. So now, I did be so US of A. Where idea koswa what study on say blacks you know you target you for particular things be oh you black now abrocha like anka Hollywood ni mo na ya shada di bibia be bata ho na ye de wo ba from one so I started from Bill Cosby omoko obi a why successful suddenly omo ye rapist or tonkwala mo na eno nine chain omo de buy ba Kelly so omo de buy Koye that is Kanye West and omo de aba PDD so but real quick Kanye a American rapper na so ko fan the baby doll yeah just say no the way omo yo niam out mu sana bibi a shada nkoye sa no omo niam ayo mu no akoye bibi e wo honom na say news aba mountain so manya jai we be sasa na Ghana for ho ben akoye entertainment we news nim de fa ho e bia wo de wani international news ho but ebi wani international news ho enti omo manage international news no omo na be this story yes momo what I say it's one girl na nya jai personally mom then can family who because my uncle wedding be minimum what I say but obi wo you interested in story we say it's why you interested I make sure say no any baby doll no o menye jai na Kenya na kasa no omo targeting no some years back or started so be kan obe reveal Hollywood secret no and omo ye ne say asa na adwemu kan kakwa asa o shada nya okay bisa ne ade it's no question am bisa ne say what is going on? What's going on in Hollywood? And as a blacks now, because a question mark with them, I was a monsieur be somewhere. Momrefi, black bio abroche be as you shimwa. Ni trace be free Africa have in Ghana and Nigeria, Nigeria, Gabon, Gabon, Namibia, Kenya. It's more shamwachi. I hope you'll be non show. Get somebody to explain this to you. Okay? All right. You know, and to us real quick. Yeah, twice when holiday goes bad. Should we practice ya? Right, you know, my main phone line is not real quick. Now, send a DBI, no, minimum air stories, you know, I thought I am person with TM so then they're trending. What is your entertainment story for the week? 0302-211-701 and 0302-211-70224. Me patch off frame now. Yan church san come we say real quick. Me say me who was story feel out so saka de bisa me. I mean true mu hwe na say fela no ntiase a bisa guys true mu meni fela no so na ukọ be sure say by now no won say video be trending ade sa story pese ye to ye buhwehwem na ehu no kre wo mchema ye sofo bi ba yentimi modin say till we get our facts right. But if it's true said the kid was 16 years It's terrible, bad parenting. And you know, Obi, Philip Osebonso, I am his senior brother of the multimedia group, I say, or programs manager or Asempa FM. Na double celebration over the weekend and a birthday. Na he was called to the bar. This was when the for SQ. Manga lawyer will fear Africa na story see be jum apese because bra panyi wo ho. Enti ekopie mu e wo East Legon. Di na woda strong kon. We no part 2 near well be Kofi Ampadu. The be serious housewarming and known as someone in some catchy. It drew me chadi abramo. It's here Obi at 40. How team multimedia represented. The saying that a call a video sa chebiano. Ya the best home mon fan chaya kwesima for Cloud 28. Where will be Kofi Ampadu one. So for line now what's a horse kakra. Ya can see them with the streets. It's with the Antoine. Kwesi Arthur. Benjamin Abahoman. So hi, good morning, Benjamin.
Good morning, Sandy.
Pachahina frame if you are not pay. Okay. Benji, entertainment story by no what feel about no what in a bisem na yonko.
Oh, feel like you must be bring na ba kwa matine se konfo ben fi hon na. Stefania ya some people konfo ben fi abri atie but ya men chatie.
Wow. Hey. Mama mentor us na mempona entertainment story akonfa ba ne fie ntino. Wow. Oh, Kwesi Ata, my fellow street brother. Was a we day street. It was street to the so. And Kwesi Ata co stay that is tidal rave over the weekend no. What share members say, me no one was street, me that so no Gary. Enye epe then no normal Gary ankasa. Your Gary Mutujimi. Oh, your Gary Musamo line, if you do good in Shogum there to be brilliant. Kwesiata who be stage. A more evidence based performance. Say Gary, that's sorry. And Cheso is superstar to a gyrate. It's street boys. Mommy and Coson, no me a crime and no. Mommy and Coson, no Gary, I hono. I told the idea, no one Gary one side. I thought I was saying, yes, I'm wedding you. O corner door. Nina Honudi. Kwesi, yes, I campaign. Miss Metana, you on this side. Tien Shambra. And Tisana, I call so a tidal rave. Now, tidal rave for the matter say, Momo activation on nightclubs. The more for media and English. Oh, it's here, bet me at and I say, I drink some more, yeah, more near because more media, more fan come nightclub for no bomb, ma'am. What a meeting this is the Sunday. Well, Kofi Ampadu, I'm a director. Asantoa. On also baby so I need to breeze our charm director OPD me producer Jejo Momina Bomechidom Semen some Frank sound guy MC out near oh yeah real quick Blacko once you go swear galamse ho campaign Black Sheriff then the voice account minute the man will stage and so no which mufa define stop galamse now campaign and also beautiful to witness but your everybody see why I shall be for my main fancy me sorry pa one and then when you could kakra na ache me weda no adane no kakra. I'm the guy squain who shamo kroma fabum Macau.
Commander 6.
Ochedia mpon tete krafo amwanyame ayebuafo. Ono a wotie ne masufre nim ne ma de stede. Etie mpa ebo asad na otwofro adom afiri yembiem. Yede nyame ase. Bede nyame ase nsoma won so kra. Bede nyame ase nsoma men so me kra. Se nyame adom nti yesate ase. Ni ase hia na otwofro mu. Mede dia kwasi ensi asemi de kabre na edrusi propaganda for promo ba nyaminti ebefa ana pa me no di nkobo tiawa so sad It's so sad. Because boy say Babe na mti say no pay so ba ko so asasi. I think the Obuasi area modem in the Ashanti region. Calm Kwenshia. I think it's the last quarter of 2024. As usual, yeah, J Sunsumuni Media, because Mumbone. So Maka and a mamma or Tebi number, Bino, Nama Crab, Kumasi Quantum, Post on them Ghana, Pine so, and I want no more Chini Pamoja. Caribbean were into ya Akunya accident. So, but Nipa, I crave you to the trim. Ese bonsam na ahyehyɛ bonsam na ayidi atoɔ sɛ ye kɔbro nya sɛ ya ɔbɛnum nipa mogya ti atɔni patrim sɛ edu this time dia accident sɛ ɛkyɛ nyɛ normal ɛnkyɛ da nyɛ nwanwa bebre because bonsam na ahyehyɛ. That is the thinking of Ghana ni enkyɛnhyɛ wo sɛ de gu akwam to make sure say ya ka twemu ekoyie no ya buye ne agu ni nyina so kwenim se sabre si ya yo ba bi de bekɔ akɔkye. It's so sad what happened over the weekend and I remember that mame fa kafra ne yakɔ enkɔma abusun a wo hwere wade hye ene sofo pani ono so ne ba ekofa asa akɔhye ba Bishop Salifo Amuako Alive Chapel International sofo pani yo komu ebejo na anopa yi a make cowbom yi a team ni putu enema together na te pai se ba ko so esi obuase ni pattern ewu amunum ho a ka kwahia mame kodam ne benua Isaac no manyonko di enkomo isan so no wo sa ma ne boy mu details nyina ai kwakọ de nyame adom akwasi ai kini pattern de anodi ade na ka ne koi akasi se me no kase de me gina oboase kwapia kwantimpo so baby yefra aye watchman na VIP bus bia the registration number aye ER 2445-11 obochire say efri kumase bantima na le lodu a oba be sia koye enchi na opani bakwa o te bus nim e ma nya ne ntie say womo aba no na enche sprinter baako aba be sei e wo kwan mu iti wo mu yi nipa no ne niama na na wo sa enche car num e de be car womo a womo eye some boy car num e ba be car womo sa VIP na e ko enche num iti kwaye akasa e wo car num driver no ne passengers na womo e ko akasa e kan ne bo so a ni na no I also say akasakasa na se na and do just 10 to 15 minutes impo and a car will be wa and a car no ekowura somewhere insuo so da ho and a car no kokowura eye insuo no iti wo mo a podin epie ye ne de nyame adom omo ho anu de ebi ne prepare ye do omo ko ayaresabia nipa mako dumienu na ato nananom e wonse do na nipa dumienu no emu enum eye ema na ema na akada baako eka ho na emu enso ne de wo mu nyina eye emema wo mo so ato nananom e wonse do na ne baba duru anu ntia menya nyina akra kire se omo te se omo susu se bia na insuo no kura no nipa ne bi ebetiri asa wo insuo no it is a commerce tanka police for be sa ba no ma pet pumping machine bi na nka omo bo pumping eye insuo na so benya omo mo ni mu insuo ma dware no anka omo ewura insuo no ma sa dware mu ahye se bia na nipa ne bi ewo emu ana na akwasi bi beduru ano manfa ne bete de temi se manfa ne bete nyina ne se emrante mienu bi wa ha wo mo kire se omo mpene e ma me nche video bi wa ha adan a eye wo mo company car na nya accident ni ntino company no Badwam tina amanfo be ka so mo company na nya akonya accident ni nyama so nya wo mo die ene die di kan a wo mo eti ase be ka so mo mpre em ye ja na me de maye majuma ye no na agbasi me person men so be wo bebre ni pa bi no wa ha a wo mo eti bus ni mo epra ni bi wo me nche wa ha akwasi ye ni wo mo ni nkomo na ye mi mo say aksam na kasa pa no wo mo na te bus no emu nkyeremu ene say minia mo hwe he ene ekoi na sem na kasa mo na mo te bus no den ena ka ya beto ho nipa dumienu afa na no won se bi
yo if kuma se ya besina ko enchi by bus na ne dey ba bus se mienu ba ko kwa boy ba ko enchi The first bus we did kai 2 years ne dey e be say o kwam na I the passengers no you see for my no na second bus na by no na emu da ho no mo my na e ko join them second bus no and along the way na ye ko ka na emu ayema eniama ni nipa mu ayema along the way na ye ko no ta ko madam bi ne eniama na o mu gina filling station no sa fa o ndi ono na no for o no na the passengers we were complaining akata e ba ka enum ndi minim say dia say no na e bi e ma ono so ye confused dia and after that akata na ndi be 15 minutes kra e ni ba so na e sha minim ya me ka say me pra me ti ene me night
sana wo de hu no wo so hu ni sen
it is I am say na ye ti first kanum aye sama boy de no nti inki de no so say ya ma omo be yi inki ko de na dia so sama boy de no so tam say ya ka no so efi mbe kwa bi no timi senisika na omo bete e wo kwan atwen ka no tam say e be fa inki fo na ka wa ya ko no na ma ma bi su twa tikiti no bi wo kwan nti ye duru na o fa ma me ne ka ho ahon na ni hobi ono tuta nema ana kazi ka so wanne ka kaza ndi be do wana so ko ni na kufu na odi ko yan ko be bar speed na odi ko no na ni mse di na ma si ko de on here ma me bi na ma bi ko ai se do ya sro on ka to fa ndu 10 minutes ana kana ko e ko se me ma ya hu se de ko wi ano
yes police for me no so titim bi
police for me no
omo so wen omo e try na so omo so wu
okay e go me de mo de minti me ke ba omo tuo na ya hu won so mo fa de ba
I'm not stand for Sianum. Please for boy idea. Some why ha e wo honam to akobua na it's me a savage situation. Nipa dum ye no 12. Ema 5, Mema 7. Yempese be conclude but pen ye ka kuse pen say asem ni adanse de ho abi ni twade ya adanse. So ye confuse nko na driver no aye ye ntimo wo de car ko hye so nim. Anana speed wo mu because no ka say ho eye esane ne curve mu no. Na speed wo mu na ni ba ho se wo dru enso na no tino say the only year betimi aboa ne so de be wura ensuo nim. Afei enkomo akase e babedi eye the East Legon accident na esi e quickly man found your video no there's a CCTV footage we etimi boa ye ma ye hunu senior accident akasa esimetu show TV no so enti CCTV footage no enie ejuwon say Bishop Salifu amwakoba no eba no car no eba eye white car and the speed pa ti show be accident the esi o ahanom eti omuka no ena eba na kobo sa black car nim no so the white car no Bishop Salifu amwakoba na wanya 16 years yeah na ochi car no the 16 year she say the sim call yo she speed ya way East Legon. This is a residential area highway o eso hwade pesani abemu adi mrikatente extra kam tu ye de kobo kato afei te obenya second video na mame ma second video no said okay me second video ndi ama na wahunu sane car no ade kobo mu no eja to ma na shave dwebe ama nipa na ya sanetim no it's going to be cry identify mo say we ye hwan won't be cry identify mo. You see akola no ye 16 years no a different issue e be dey hon komo later but that speed ya course wa residential area no enye na every multimedia ni mu ha Fan of Fast Street multimedia anymore. Abosai 747 penny better speed ya man for echo kwan we so penny better but maka yet your manya ya adwene say the last quarter of every year bia no bonsam bia sorry and agini pamoja it was a car kwanhiasi it is 747 penny better multimedia anymore adam speed ye bi mo ko ha no nya de ketua and sometimes you ask yourself why
Koda ketua 16 years to me drive say ya. If na woko. Me pena ho N1. Me pena hwa Accra Kumasi highway. Obetu. O kan be fewiem. Wo ye easily go. Hwe kasa abo apeso e wo holom. Na hwe kwan kakra bi onyaye speed a odidi ana odeba. To the beer you think and you see patch my video be na I have for there be. Se wo hwe ya there's a traffic light. Minim esu ya wo Ghana ya shenka fomu. Se ya ben traffic light up. I say who be shame say o see etwema na so red. Driver ni bia dodo na ya ben traffic light e ho na wo speed eba. Driver ni wo memu e ben traffic light e ho no say the car no say accelerator na ya adwuma yie. Hwenkoshi akore akofade aba. 60 years though yet to be certified. Some paso 16 years. So 60 years in so a wo for ya we say akora ne drive dada na. Sa akora no 16 years ne papa ne maame unless we ne maame ka. A wo for ne ye aware so mo ba no 16 years na o drive ya na. Though I've seen a video be a Bishop Salifu Mwakuna Kasamu now and I saw them now walk say or no drive here over the years so need driver's license or drive here so there be the number or need registration number a div in the bottom. That's a different issue. Be kwako kan wasem. But as you say assembly share and na man krofa kwotwe sa we nyina de aba. So menyini se na sofo ehwe ni mu se bibi se ba be si na akwa mu ko sofo tibi gira soy dem e se oh me de my driving car na me need driver's license. Police ni who dare you so be stop him wakwan so I'll just place a call to your boss. Sofo gira soy dem so you encourage and sorry man no you encourage wo busua. Et you ban to only driving license go car or fans are normal. Because Papa Crete Penso saying up to now new driver's license. Now me 60 years I'm going to driver's license there by day. So to best friend, some of the jokes that to be a create to assume them so no. Yeah, actually ye. Come show me take away nyina abomwa. Then eya be come here say I will send the driver's license am fanya pay. Because I know question the ball was 16 years and what you car. Are you serious? No other person than Bishop Salifu Amwako. Ne bus 16 years air driving. Are you serious? I no cry. How me te? Okuni pa kwa. Wakuni pa kwa o ni pa hwedwera be kwa sisi enyem kura hu abusuya esu enyem hu abusuya pokura esu hwasemu ya makoda ketu akofade aba. And this happens on all our roads. No see akwas na se the cars ni bi e komrika uye meshew VIP cars aye kan wasemi na sebo wasem be ya den pa no me sha sebo drivers no slow down but and go back on the road Kumasi Accra highway ko speed of VIP buses iko ko speed pa you abu kwa Accra Kumasi highway enye kwa papa bia so na msa adam so na mu nyama for R35 ribi ni M30 bi na kamni no boye kwa so speed the driver so krumanum eko sometimes you ask yourself say why ye kwa hefa the eko no bit we joka say oh metema motorway me the 6 minutes etwa tema motorway me 6 minutes to take my motorway. And you can't ask me, oh, you feel me. Oh, my kwaba says, yeah. Awrewo. Baby, I ye didi enim ede ekono enye. Ene anka no kre amfa nkyere ho a ebekoso ehuna mane se yai. Meso de ade achin na abomode na abomotimi de anim hanu mu a. Ekofo drivers sebe ya adwen nya adwuma. Ya please for be so ka ho. Be drive ya please for be so drive wa hanu. It is 7 years no kre. You are part of emergency car, sir. Your mom cross the traffic. But some do baby a nipa area so. Sabi marane chose 15 baswada. Haji pino man tell so kasa. Send a place for me park speed. Oh, you nim hadam no. What you want tiase? Area like Fanofa Street. Here the pay chamusa. And you overtaking basa. Ibi nya bonsam de ahye no. Nkosiaga. We no be catch himself from Akubai. Kai nkosi ba bia. Ankosi ba bia so a enya nwanwa eye Ghana. Ankosi ba bia e ma no nwanwa eye Ghana. So di kaka so o manye dwanto ahene wo mu de. O manya so dwanto ahene so. Oh to adwem. Ya mane hunu nyina no. Eti ankosiaga e ma no nwanwa. Oku bi di hye kwa. I will not be surprised. Say na next sermon ebe se nyomu mra na naso. Nyame na to ne sade afrom. Nyame na nim time obi ade beko ne ko obi afa so beko. That will be our next sermon. Oku obi di hye. O ma hye dwere be obi a on kan bi hye mu. O tie sikwan mu. Na ba mu atime the car the speed go East Legon. A residential area. Here ni pabwa pesu say the speed say enam. Enya wanwa and I'm telling you yetia enkosi baabia enkosiaga kosiaga so nyame na ya adom ba no krempa nyina nim say enkosiaga bibia ensi bibia ensi. And the driver say pokwa ne kanya nkwahia ye compensate abusuafo. Driver say na driver careless wo ye mamu a o mo kanya nkwahia ye compensate amanfo na te kanim. To be afale say ye kum nipa ye normal. Eje na abrante ka che say Ghana fo mo ebi wa na ye dey. Enya wanwa. How many cars na wo mamu a ya fa say passenger cars anya nkwanhia ya compensate abafo ne tekanim because commercial cars nya ya third party discuss no benya ale le tse ko ma private car ni pa mienu miesa de team aya comprehensive car efa ni pa duonum efa ni pa diasa efa ni pa edu a third party. Eti nebesi ano no. Eti you see se obi e fa obi se driver ni a. Bibi ampuso ni se ma me fa driver ni a se bi onkokosi o hanfa ma me. Na ye na ba na VIP ka akonya nkwanhia enipa edumienu na awu afro be se na epra and wo compensate obi skakase a e ka se bi e fa shakafo a ye betwe ho. Bibiansi ni wo ukwa ni wo prepra kwa wana kwa hwe ho uso yam hyi wa obi because no na kwa na ni wo hu ye kwa yam fi na wa obi pi aba bibiansi o bibiansi bari on hye ya wo sa hye ye adwuma. But Jesus had we want entiasie. Why should a commercial car? You man third party insurance. Na ka ni pam yenu na team comprehensive. This is Ghana for you. Once again, mabusafo nyina yakọ. Bishop Salifu Amuako. Ne oba akọfa de aba no. But yes, pass akwara no nya 16 years and no drive there. Then suffer one ye. So ban was 16 years pa no man akonya and said akwara needs to be driving no onye first time driver. Said akwara ne driver no onye first time driver. To ya akwara team se car no twa che. So no one papa kai say on wa drive ya but only driver's license no. Who team say akwara so drive ya che. One credit key e sha akwara dem. A day, yeah, your senior brother is celebrating the 25th birthday. When a dicky mark what answer Uncle Twadi Okrubumra. One is a kenny man. You say because I can't picture her. You say with the Yamaka just around 21 years. Because nobody watch your pictures, baby. We hope say I saw for ya me saw for there. No man may now talk to that kwem. But it's so sad. It's so sad. You better National Road Safety Authority. You wure mu biem. You better MTTD. You do one mu biem. Time you feel some bonsambiti baby. You on the no nyina ne say ebre say su a osone nipa moja wo Ghana nko ano. Enye nko an e drive you. Abroche nyomo drive pa. Omkwe kasa okra no edoso kra che kasa ewe okro wanom. Basa ka nkwanhia basa. Wo ka obeka to say ya kwanye. Akwan ne so drive so ya ka onya nkwanhia. Akwan kro na no bi ko baaye. Sa akwan kro na enya na e no bi fa so okode baaye. Yes, I ban ya akwan de ambaye nyina. But see, ye kro wanom no. As for example, how many times does say e ka nkwanhia so fitu kwanso? How many times? But Ghana ni nyawu sia ye kwanda so say Kim. Wo ka da e kwanda da so na ye yes ye nya dey. Sa kwan na o fa so da okuku nipa no. Sa kwan na obi akwa ba 30 times. Obi akwa ba 30 times. You best National Road Safety Authority. You best MTTD. Mo campaign yem pese me na kwa yese se be ye pay Xmas nko an be intensify that campaign no. We be Xmas share a voice all the beba. And I drive safely. As if say December nko an driving. We are in October. Nipa dum no na wu anopa ye. We are in October. You intensify a campaign against reckless driving ye. It should be part of our daily campaign every day. Ne fa hye nwa kwam ye sere be ya a checkafo de ka ekum ni pa mamu no ye de ka kese be to mutiri so. Ne nya se we fa sekesa ekumakuma de ama obia no. Me de akwasisia. Me ko mai ne kwabra sante e na bedwafo aye krase aka chos na no pa ye wo. Exclusive interview at the majority leader Odumanya for Alexander Kwame na afenyo marking. Eba betwe enkomo another pay e won pay mu eso. We come am fa check ese enkoma restore pare wo Unique Child Academy. One a teacher for wo Unique Child in no pay me chiamo. I say very good morning. Thank you ni adwuma pa mo ye e de boa of my Ghana. E dey akwesinsia. Kai sister Asemi Edika.
Asem yidiko, asem yidika. Asem yidiko, asem yidika.
Inna beka.
Akwesi insia.
Commander 6.
so Adamu na mase sa to en komo so am say ma menda kwasinsia se ono so de komo kama say timi dia bra en komo very worrying but see as we count down we are in the ember October, December and October, November and then December. We need to be very careful and cautious until sound common at this time. They're very, very important. You know? And October they also do 9 and this is the last leg I will Badwam. Yeah, she say until 9:25 ni pejemo. You didn't carry that to him say Sabeka the majority leader in parliament, member of parliament for Ifutu, the for Fenyo market or before Betnas, me pesa kwesi any didn't come about community na fe yet Timmy any majority leader Edin Kita because ya kwa beam. So believe not is and come away and now done a dictionary details beyond what you've just told us.
Okay, so near man here warrior. National Road Safety Report, by say for the past 9 months, nipa 1,817, and then I'm calculating so and it's an increase of about 8.35% as against last year. And last year, calculation see any pewu no, I feed no for the first 9 months no, I couldn't even change last year. In more picture, and the money worrying, the money more worrying than. Speeder e koso ya kwan so na meka say ohwe anim ho a free 730 open ohwe mkrofo di speed e fa kwan we so e overtaking wa you ask yourself say e fa na ekom na de ba ko so ma hu ye say as ye ben traffic lighter no obi di echi say ho na accelerator na ye adwuma yi
as ye ben traffic lighter as obi di echi
yes
say ho ye ti aso
pa ko speed yes e see BT traffic light. And we share the 1,817 built me wu will come question more. As if
okay, so in this case, the Lucifer Fire Service for one page, you say what has happened? Nipa say natural monka on
1,817
on this specific matter now.
Okay, so I'm not paid see Nipa
12.
Yes, that's a VIP bus no. Enya kwanhia ewo Obuase kwanso no. Ne na free Kumasi eko yenchi, ba kunso free Kumasi eko free. Nipa 12 and then so we say a ma 5 a ma 7.
A question of tiredness, lack of maintenance, inexperienced drivers to road the kind of road that we drive on. What really are some of the issues about?
For example, somebody obuasi die e mfato ne omo ticket me no mo di nkomo na se kasakasa bi ba car ni and they believe say NMA driver near confused. Almost aka say baby another driver nam na sharp curve. So now, says as many dance here, the train movie, they dance here. Now I give you the impression, the driver now I confused. Na sharp curve no nam, and no change so more. Speed and not a walk animal, and to play a role. Yes. So that speed near controllable speed. And funny how confused and no I am. At least maybe a bit to me, I'm managing here. Here you know says oh spare ye curve more. Road safety issue no extra. The amount of speed I bet to me
it's
a oko extra a more than control. So say can nam a Kevin na where the coco share in Sumudie. Not just a speed oko na annually and our man.
Okay, so yeah, we encourage you now when I said to you now for say as we get to that time of the year, no year countdown and upon the Fiaman Quaker, we don't want to believe and accept in our minds to say these are some of the things that say, you know, so it's our thought, you know, so unfortunate. By a bad energy, you need to just push it away because that should not be the reality. What do you see in China? I think one of the conversations we've had in this country over some months, surprisingly, I think that you know, is the fight against illegal mining. From the organized labor. One to any UTAC for stance or Moteki on this matter and governments and so and Amu and all those things. And then I'm hearing that we've gone back to the days of Yeshishi Sane Manyomanebu. Maybe sum it up for us. Do you think we are on the right step now?
I foresee we might come back to square zero because the fight against galamsey no now no more political than ever. More political. Amanyosem any day. And I know, yeah, Mr. Mishia Obi Wakosi say, because the very day Ghana be serious here fighting galamsey no. You be no catch the Yankasa. Yes. But we are doing a political galamsey fight. And also no, and who soon so no, I know the chance say, willingly Yankasa de say no say per se to a corner say. About penny for shall say at TS Mubium, yes, I shall find. Yes, she excavators near there, which is something and yet first time I hear who be in. But the twist whereby somebody wants to take a political advantage of whatever is going on and then a concern.
Okay, so how do you take a political advantage of a situation like this?
Now, you were political campaign about galamsey no, a bit more forming in two. You campaign a year one crying about galamsey. And now go baby a year mine nakasanswa. You campaign yeah.
What's the difference?
Okay. So obitin can say ban small scale mining. Min ka say ban galamsey de nyade papa ni kwa say ye so kwa de ka say ban. O say ban small scale mining. I want cry. But you could do baby a year mining na. Oh,
say ni pakro na ni pafufro.
Say ni pakro na ni believe. Semnumi no share the same ideology. So can we be benkum na me kan on fire. Your friend say we are speaking from the same thinking. Say ni pakro no anan ho penfo bi ekọ baby a year mining. O si mo ye ba ye be kura mama ye ni ye.
But that's the language all these political parties are.
Debbie, or Banjira Mikato say, ye koso yen the political fighter. See the amanyo sem and the air kwa. Can we say political party was formed on the base of winning political power? If said another down go to decide say, I also protect my political voter. Then the country will suffer at the end of at the long run because they say, yeah, so NDC for the your campaign said yeah. Let me also to protect my own. Because the evidence near clear say in 2020, or two sana mono and who so bar the political party so. And I know yaka see you kwaku boy. At UTV so. Sana mon 2 year. Our 2020 campaign and the Badwam ye winning mining communities. And I'm going back to do same. And now the pen I'm sorry, AdomOnline.com and this is penphobia about Montebe condemn. And it's very good. It's a part in penphobia condemn is Adam. Who say what jai at the tumusa. MPP should be protecting them. Because MPP want to say, oh my better on the fence, I'm a hand this so much time about. And this is what I'm telling you so about better say be better by Munkwa. It's all the only say, make what can you better talk of fasum near to a badia mame. Now we knew or mining can't come on dear, or be a jack on the
But that's how we've played our cards all these years.
That is the danger.
It's a free one.
And you know, some castle was a free one. Because here you know, so galamsey in your man so. And so ya essay. Ghana Water Company, airboy cocoa, over the years catch that say, and you know. Ghana Water free chance a boy cocoa say, Ghana back so they ban, and you know.
But have we all as a people, Yaba abetiase, abe onu, sa ekono say, eyekwa, edi. So we don't need even a government appointee. And now we don't need even the president, or the president. Yeah. We don't need the opposition leader or the opposition party to push us and tell us that Sashi we there, yeah, mamu in remune, mamu remuchina, sensu we there, yeah, mamu komune and komuchina. If say it's so ne bar, maybe muka the mafam wedi, yeah, the bad direct and sana anyabre edi abedu dun kura kesi. Yeah, Potem yetu south magudi into no kwaso. Yes, yes, no anya no kwaso. Ya beji atum yete de koso base. Because if we don't understand it too, it's a difficult. Maybe was say for example, whilst we are talking here big English in Accra, they are telling you that and those kind of demonstrations are more here or say and other areas. No? It makes it quite difficult because that's what I don't pay. Matisse Modesa approach, as in the minister and this government. Yes, she excavators in this and do we think that is where we've got into? That is the solution because of what pressure from CSOs or so-called media, whatever, or what? Do we want a solution or we want just knee-jerk response and reaction? Beyond elections, we go back to illegal mining. Is that what we're doing?
Over a bit and I make say, see, I start to condemn a certain comment of some of our political politicians, Libya. A corner barber, yet ding, say, Obiti said, Ninia, the way I'm a more made to a be a campaign at the Tiamia. Me relax it. I was so. Each time, make sure anyone say the organized labor Bontiabe condemn the comment by Kokubuai.
You expect the organized labor?
Yes.
For what reason?
Because say
they are focused on the release government that the assurance government has given them.
Obama make sure say attention ko abane so nko a na say abane no eye party na be abane no. Just kodua na bi mutuo no hwe din say Kwakubuan campaign ye 2020. Kwakubuan say ye biem obi aye din ehwe Kwakubuan ka. They also put pressure on president so onya ne hoye no. Because also going to affect the electoral fortunes. Edem ka say ye twa benkum ye twa defa. To organize labor man adwe koye ne say be ye aban de ye asini so. Now we judge opposition no so this work can emodu. Because don't forget say John Dramani Mama His Excellency a potential president for 2025. One the political party. And you say obi trust no ye din say omo komodi that's another one so suffer. Nipa no to me so stop no also be jai.
So why don't we go the UTAG experience that they want to remain the conscience of the country where they will stay off and make sure that we do what is right when it's about this illegality in our mining industry? Why don't you do that? Go that path?
Oban, the ma mene UTAG for enya adwen na no make kemesa kan biem and organized labor nyina say yenkumbwafo enidwa
okukumdwafo de akodidwa.
That is it. Yenkumbwafo mfanidwa. Ye wo challenge and some could create another one some ho.
And what is the challenge?
The challenge you to see any say ensuo essay ye kwa ibrentu essay na wo ka kyerem sa doctor fontie tua anase fontie tua a teacher fontie tua ye tie tua ye nim da e be call it awful.
But have you had a chance to interact with the Rastos as I don't call? Because the last time I raised these objections, so not only disappointed in me and the doctors as well. The point they say a doctor for machine crowd touch a doctor for market crowd touch and this is a situation where on mine here more so serious to get that needed attention. Namakui move say a basa na kwe nyachumye. And buaparubi any a certain interest be and a doctor for modern between free. You agree with that?
Illegal mania. How long it will take for your water bodies need to be clean? Do we know the day?
But at least you jai.
It's that that's a challenge. See, who can carry as a foreign statement now? Or see, young cost striker, ye nim die bury. So Dr. Nikas and Akachi Kocho. Above my catch your mamma, you say I've met to catch you one more. Obejai. That Ben ye see a jaya. And it is never true say, we quite time to queer sorry. And you know, cross a bit me time to calling across board. And you bring pieces of be our baby. Only a buy a quakushia, a bunch of obey A, B, C, D. I buy my timelines. Okay, number 1, on the 15th of October 2024. Parliament essay resume. Parliament resume here be either so 1 week time. Minister for Lands and Natural Resources ebe kwa revoke sa embra na makonya say obetimi akokwa ibrentu akoye mine no e ko revoke. So within 1 week no minister sa time le aban e de abam de ye adwuma. Na aban say after that media soldier for essay TSC baby a ye illegal mining. Near to ready sa areas ni nyina. Aban say free them ekosi ebia that say
asoja fo bebo pempe e o yenso ne kwaye ho aban tu sada mo na se he time na sa aban entu sada mo no dia na ye bibi wo ho no ma o ka chere say ye nya ma nurse ayi a doctor ayi patient emu hospital na nurse ni tifie doctor ni tifie wa abra wonim do obekọ abra wonim da the fight against galamsey no ebe wie peyo and market the fight against galamsey so abaye political organized labor na you taking pen farm and dream ko honum. They are not speaking against the political intervention that they take, you know. We are not condemned no more than any amanyosem.
So that is very key.
And this all you did on Akatem said, Doctor, you quote here, and quote if my yard for some and why are some.
Not the Oya amanyosem.
Nobody at the end amanyosem. How do you continue to fight it?
So we have still not started the fight against.
And then someone could to a black water crime. And so supporting organized labor say, let's ban all form of mining. But Professor Jenna no pokwa my ekwa menfidia o see bas moske mani ye be kura ni ye nia kama. And you think we can win with this? We just start to get me winning with this attitude.
So join the conversation on the way forward because it's like kasa ni na ye kasa sa ye na ye kasa. Join the conversation. Brow frame on 0302 211-701 equals 4 0302-211-701 equals 4. Prescribe. Don't come and lament. Also, boy bubu and pointing fingers. We've gone past that stage now. We need solutions that are practical, that are real, very important. Also, for a joint training, Susuebra, Nyafin had the quadruple and charge be a beba, there be. Into baby, ya be jinano. We should be in commission for you when we should watch here. Almost say a GSM. Into a GSM, any a man you could be a sense of dear. Any a bush may be a sense of dear. A Wagana sense of dear. The constitution is the bigger picture. Everybody in us. What can be done? What do we do? Said the bear. A former good year into Nekwan. So Titu, the idea call a quiet may reserved. A way and cohort. The idea so anyone can say how do we stop it? For Adom TV 0302-211-701 equals 4. Why do you have a challenge with the approach? And how can you as
Meba Emrana o kan wasem so. Emrana one and no ma share you film share Samran. Say bit me akwa ebe ntuma akwa kotie mining.
Okay, ye beba my any say do nin komo. Say do match apom ti say. Hello, say do apom ti say. Hello, Sedu, apom ti say.
Enye Sedu ni o meji podu.
Pacho peja onene kakramai. Hello? Well, I'm so free so I'm say enyam. Yes, now
so yes. Ye say ye de mrako mrashe je film. Mrashe je for apase. See ebetimi akọ ye kwayem akwakoye mining. One na o mrashe je film won.
Oh, Mujitu.
Yo Mujitu.
Abasi Ajiatu ni o si edu baby ego.
That is no see.
Yajiatu. Edu baby.
It's make say e to da bi on. Say ya hwe nkomo na ni enkomo ni your mind. Ube blame one side that be kokko ye chunkunya bi amfamfe.
You see o ka say crowd me say na almost so apply they are almost through the application. Yeah. Almost what do we do?
O say nya revoke the NSM ran entime why you need to be nya adwuma.
Okay, hold on. Ne Daniel Nkasa. Daddy Mache.
Yeah, Joe.
Patrona boko there.
I'm Adom TV.
I'm Adom boko. What are you to?
Okay. Me call me kumasi call and kana if you are me call no pipe no ubobu na aye brown. Na sa akuwe to me no me who say kan ye promo. Cause go for do na what to see here. Said the events that COVID-19 na all kasa no. Sa abebe so ba kasa. We was just for and excavator so can you consider a no in order to say the district assembly small use to community work now a kufa no one say or say just for the help cutter no be come for you we yet in the na na ya body to
hey
yeah chiwan ya bo to na obi ko for so I say mo you all is about na do all is about na
yeah we see ya da so adwin hey but I'm so the young for Joe or Jose was kind of mindset, you know, but Should that be the case?
You say, baby, I took on it. One here, but you'll be frustrated enough because I'm not hiding. And to me, is it almost so? But
when you suggest that, I think there's here too.
Oh my God, I'm saying for no about two.
Almost two.
Yes, girl, I'm saying for no two.
About what person?
Yes. Girl, I'm saying for no two.
We need to study the whole illegal mining space, you know. Because I'm saying, you want to do no crowd, because you Kasai be limited about this illegality. And share in the answer. My chapom to say, Boko there.
Boko.
What are my two?
Oh, we have a bad program.
What are my two? Therefore, say,
a friend who's
Ozi you.
The things that I'm saying now, I'm okay with it. Any idea, a buy no quantity or second of doing any account book there. Here is the case of ban oil. Now, political party business is a day. Almost share a day to a mark to say, you buy them my, you buy them my shit. In fact, Omunjai strike assembly at the other. Nina come on on my back. Nina fight here at the end. Na say oh the TUC a political game political party there. Man TUC no home workers no so and then say oh my yes idea na in fact any idea be bo man the TUC any university lecturers na omo you omo say omo dey omo compare my political party back. The other lecturers in Usuka, so much your political campaign party back. A man say, it's a woman judge, I'm saying, some of the politics, and man come on my back, being them fighting. I think it's another woman.
Okay, that's it. But maybe a quick one here. The TUC didn't go in as a political tool. Yeah. Almost baby, I do know. Almost so man, yes. They can't be used as a political tool. Afram Machapo saying,
hey,
Yeti Afram. Oh, Nyame Adom be boko.
Hello.
Afram be boko yeti. Hello Afram.
Hello.
Yeah, mete onka obetimi akasa, mete onka. Mete onka.
Hello.
Afram mete onka obetimi akasa. Unfortunately, I'm saying Afram so akwasi
to man the emra na yaje atumo mra hwe dwa fiem na ye ma ho kwan se ye nko ye forest ni ye nko ye mining se obo ho so bo a untimi ni both majority and minority frame.
But I think it's the abuse because if you listen to the Minerals Commission, Papa, now you're mining in the forest, and those forests now they are specific with the kind of forest yes. They are specific. Yeah. As we speak, then on my breakdown, I don't know whether I still have the records about forest ahodwa yewo ewo honum de maho kwan se etimi komuko disa adwuma ne kwaso de ehono kwa de wontimi mfa sekan kwa se embo from kra and so purely 100% reserved ewo honum said the usika no say omo anhye mra ne sa akeke maybe the abuse of it na dey bedu sa empempen so ejidi se esese ye ne share but we need to revise the whole law and look at what will benefit us in times like this. Said ye prese ye mre kunina ankasa no so no miamia ni bi ho ma ida say ye miem and I samegum and I prepare every okra. So I don't think really that one should even be our worry because they do baby clearly if it's not fitting the current situation and you can adjust or revise you need to.
You see them say eno ye it's still back to buttress my point and make an say mumma yentu ye ne nsi faako yenhwe tokone nyina holistically say ye nyina asoman one ya ye krado say ye betu illegal mining asia
obetu aso ama me kwabna ma chia pom ti say
ya me dio minia na me adom me ho ye pa
oh ye danyame ase wadaro ma yiti o
minia me da o so ma me kwanya me dina ne kwabre kusi ne wo nkurumia na me kasa wo nkwa sisi ya minia me feme aban no ebra galamse na eli tu ho na mo no galamse me se me ade a ha wo man me tu me yekuye ni me ko fu ba ho
say for see na man na akusu to me na no krama and then you come from my intimenko o mo teme ntoma asas me ma wo and me show my Ghana koko ni kuto my Ghana pa koko my yanzu ni koko kitwa me mfa koko ni ma wo no mo se me senti e kwa me fa so ko mo fum prampo o mo fi kwan e me tresa ban no excavators na o mo hyehyɛ no ko mo nya na wo mo yɛ adwuma no mo ni mo okuro no mu enti o mo mfa fa excavator no me yi yesu me na ntuma kwan na ma yɛ ne yɛ me kuro sɛ e be sɛ fa ase no man ka yɛ nya kwan ko yɛ ko mi ni adwuma me yɛ na biane ene koko efuma mo my Ghana na ɔtɛ yɛ mo sɛ gala bi sɛ mo wo men bo yɛ ka o men ya koko ne kuto men sɛ yɛ bi koko men ma ɛfi koko ni wo mo a o men ne ma boto na gala bi sɛ wo enti yɛ ba ni garanti ni kam na enfiri ho na abane fa solution bi mra ma garanti no mo bɛyɛ mpo mo nyan kata asase no so ye kata so betima die bi foforo e wo so na yi ye nkwaye o mo tani fa enye obema ye nkiri ma no ebe ho ba garanti ba na ba bo ade ba ko to yifika ya ka na yi wu yare ene a mo kire na da to ma Ghana so etiye nso so me ye ne mri fika na ye nye ne ye nkwa ho yi na no ba boye ni na ba da.
Okay, so Kwabena Kusi atrim kese pa ya mai ono ye kuani na ohwe kwan a eye illegal mining no affect eye ne kuayo na ojiri sese nyina etenase na, and we keep saying we all have to own it, or we all have to own it. How do we own it?
We own it say nyina be kan say.
What is the strategy we have to adapt?
The strategy is of mine say make us say and found say me party benefit and party benefit no e hu sunsun so the larger extent no affect Ghana nyina enunti ye nyina ye si anokwan sem koto sem party ni e hye kwan brentu nim na so wo ya I should be able to voice it eni kwa se me katasman baba se because I we party ni tro so me ye din na me twin party wo ja o man no because there be am because o man nso ko ye din a ye nyina na e bete wo pentenkwan.
We are corrupted with our way of thinking and reasoning as a country. It's very important because see we also cannot run away from the fact that yeni inuanom ne ye maame no mo ye etu former goodia omuntu no ne kwan so any one dey kobo we know them. So even in the quest in fighting these illegal menace no yemudu do sen kwa na nya akuguduru akaka se asumesi na obintin ya report to say kwesi otu former goodia. So how do we fight it?
So man be adwanto ahene wo mbia no man ye.
So how do we fight it then?
Because ye nyina wo interest and ana make catch me say ade e be kode am America say ye nchita na kuma am say corruption. That's a mentality that to my say menyafo we say nyame e madom e kodu am ayen kwabla say njai kromfue corrupt sa adwen no ya ansesa no ni amfa adwen say Ghana first antu ye trimu a o ma be ko so sia
pe say o lead that Ghana first
ye tiwe
me ofie ni go to obi aso one kasa
ye wo hwe ofie trimu say esabe na one kasa so twa e de to hono ma obi ebedi e kire bi esabe na me ni ametiwe me twa de to hono ma obi so betimi abedi saasa da chibi.
But we are losing it because Sebi, enipa binim kurana ya power musombe ya can do for in this fight against this illegality. They end up being illegal miners. They end up being illegal miners.
Ya power forever.
Ya power for yanga say.
That is it. Ye suni e bana na ye dia wo won na tesoro no.
So they are not strangers.
Obi emfa broni me president of Ghana.
Or ye Ghana.
Ye emfa broni me minister of Ghana. Eni emfa broni man me chairman of Ghana. Ghana for ye suni e ban ene ko bi fie mu ko hwe obi di ne chairman atem say how for ko e wakoto galam say nye sika okwa no wakwa di na so wo dwen Ghana o se na e be di kura ho oden
obi adwene
no yo the eba shit ni penny wo fie no
ye mpam ni mfio
ye ma obi a position as hey what do the thinking of see baba your man mo adwuma man nya pempenso bi agina ni nyina wotimi ha kakra no ye nwe ho menini say Ghana ni bia do wo odwon so baba ye say kwasitwum but at least ni kakra wo bedi ni obenom ni obehye baby odi nti beto. That is how our brofuna faso abedo mukro and just so kodo abrochi ye ni obi wo sika pa ni obi ehia ne pawo but system in such a way system we ha obebre.
So what should be the approach?
Now, me the best by fine. Aya de ba kwase kwa ko isa amra di be mining a free ye quite more for one more yembra chamfan yes I no correct chamfan engine no and a baby different to me sassy and my queer for queer ultimate coso maybe to me for other alternative to me for the front me for as a boy because chamfan baby never a bar in the name of farming rather ends up on our water bodies so bumper for to be a home baby or sad no one two Shagalam say for as mo kan nyina say ye ni sika betimi akoto machine a ye kotu anwa na ye be so ne so awro ho ye ni say sika bi tire ye gina ye de chamfa ni sinso ne so de ba utugum na na ye horo say either say aban na mu ba koto sa machine na last game minus for na to bi o me abo man kasa dam e horo mo ma gold no ho e bi amo na so ye galam o ye small scale miner utu wie fa kwa da ko horo ho na o twa ka de ma aban a anaba betimi anya minus na kasa simo am kikam sika bom na mkotomo adem fa bewura eno be boaye because se ne mine ne ekoso onso ne so no o ma se nyina ye di ki anotum se ye nka ho asem a aban be ko aban be ba and so we trace the trajectory na every year be emu increase every year be emu increase yeden so mu increase ko ba bia e didi ha ye pa ebi na minerals commission papa no eka no somebody mama license obi so fan koye mining nipa ko wo two atra ba bi o so two ade ne kon na enyam police station ye illegal mine wo na police commander to say me hu ye police officer to say me hu ye ni asabo police ni kro na pass onko fight against illegal mining e wo nyinem.
So what's your problem that police they say go to one or more?
O ma say aban hye ba ofre ese a police fo ni abambo fo na omo ba bi omo na enentu sa na mo no e na me to se minerals commission papa eken uko enyina police station omo fitire pe e na illegal mine ekoso etu sa ka tem say the same enyina police station for na eko fight against illegal mine wo enyina mu a susu papa be ne benya susu so be ne benya because on year to na ni chia kokono ho de ye tu am na ba bedu ka kwem eti so ye ni DC ye ni MC wo no se wo hu de na be ka chance ye ma MC kro na asa kotu illegal mine aso okono ho a so papa be na asa beka
wow
because the pan oti ade no wo se ade no ono na so ozan kotu kosi gina kwantia.
What kind of tax force now share him say say better cry set up this tax force?
Tax force e be no credit actually omo. And penfo na e okona shop.
How do we select the people? How do you say assume say na obenti and as we and say nika. Nipeku be na say dey omo ka ho na ye hu say we dey ejina brane. Ye ogidi omo be 90% say wono kwa onde nkunimdi na asempa beba. Nipeku be financial safety from the constituency level, for the district level, from the regional level, for national, and we distribute to all other affected or red flag areas. How do we go about it?
And now make our same way say Meshia asoja fo no mudi Operation Vanguard anim. Osi akosi ko kwae ba kum. Ye ni galamsey fu yi etoto ye. Etuo. Eni nya tidi ye yi omo excavator ni free kwae na be see enkran. Osi 2 months later ye ko na the same car na ye fire be see enkran no esesi nwura foforo bi. It is so nnuane na afi se me ko na o ma me kapra na asem politika me nyina me nya ne honko. Etinam ka se yesu ye de adwuma no so ahye ye nsase ye da so no mu a adwuma ni si ye nsa no so no ye ni no kran fam ma wona e de okra e to wono sikio ye forest ni enso so. Me enye bibi mo ma ba mu emu. E ma ne kokoko kese o kwa ebrento nim. Na won twika de ma mesinkan ne ye san so aka ne san fam kokwa ebrento nim biem. E pasa no do obeji sika. Anoma so ko illegal galamsey site. I want na physical money. Say $5 million say tam ni say dey so nsem. Se kanya nyenyo moden. Se su ama no kredi enso anko eko na ye konim. Na ye anka nkyere won say enough is enough. Ya say ye mani bia eye. Eni kwa so betimi tira bi no ka say me de me nya ase me free pani bi wo Jubilee House. Se sadly bi won say Jubilee House to be yin center krodo edema. So na otia no ma wodi man pani din e chai enkrofo. Eni
any police force we bring now so maybe can protocol dey be on the choir to nyambo jubilee pay fa muso kwen ko ye to man ya police ni e dey so betime agya V8 ya se be kwa ko gire asem kwa kotume tem ka so muso e dey kona show mo sa na mo da e kona no for Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources especially so
tell me which people should form the ekua yetese won be koatia sa this illegality nipa be say dom say ko
obi o se fata so ejoni bia betimi adom ba ne eye key eye no credit
people we can hold responsible and pagana ni bia no per what you prescribed all of us we are part of the fight.
Yes.
We should positively defy some of these things eba ye potema enye ne kwaso no ye ma obi anso akwanya se kofa sika na etuo na aboa na ma ekoburu obi a Ghana aban amano tumi se ontimi ni se adwuma because ye kasa nyina na de ba kwa we should not lose sight of this nipa binum so as ye kasa ni wo eho kwanya se woni timi ko tu forma gudie e wo ne kwaso baby ye duni ye se afedi ani bra baabro so nti ese fata se yitu saa na mo no eni pekuo be na se omodom na ye ka se oh we mu omodom se ku we de onyame enim we can trust them or give them our trust to hold it in check for us. These are some of the things.
This why you made the said this small scale miners the can committee na omutu anamono no mo ko emwram no eho ebi because there be ameka say so mo nso mo ansore waka e o madwuma no mo yensa so mo ma o mo nkrofo no bi de o mo sika penya bebre e be so madwuma no mo so no dwane be bom this time small scale miners association penfo e kan obi mutu sa na mo we o mo so ni ba bi asa galam say for no bi so e dey e hye o mo so ni ba bi ankrofo a e say yensu na kasa dey e wo ye peninse chewesi ye bo obi de ye ndo so de so nipa ko ampa so kan wana so kan ho na so twi bi e se fata se be masa nipa kro bia no ye fa masa nipa kro no tem ka se me de se o small scale management finance aba be ka ho entokwa no ho ale so metimi aboa identify nkrofo na e sei yensu no na yesu ye ti be bia sa illegal mining e koso no ento yesu atirim se sensu wo ye dia mo na mo be di ka kire mo because ye kran so kra fra bono na ba e ba be sin cry first ye kran so e ma ne ba enkran ya e ba be si kra mu first asana ba ba bia wo no e za muso mu tu kra na so mo ni amre en to sa o sa nkofo no so na sa muso mu ye din de bia sa e be nyina.
Okay, so thank you for your prescription. Mejiri said now Chimu.
Oh yeah,
I'll join you probably even on a semidika.
Sure.
And then we will find a better solution to this one. Because that's it. Yeah, Kwaba. Kwaba, leader of Ghana's parliament, majority leader at Atnase, member of parliament for Efutu Atnase. Honorable Kwaba, unfortunately, time is really not on our side. Very unusual of you. Bibi Eboko.
Mine, your constituency throughout the weekend.
Oh, I see.
After errands in Koforidua and Chebi.
You talk about your constituency, it reminds me of whether it's true or false. What's you in Koforidua now?
Yes. Someone will destroy billboards.
Why identify them?
Yes, you know them. Now, one will circulate a agenda view on social media, work for video. Now was a maybe no also we've identified them and then they've also been sued. So the way we misbehaving on the I think the court would be proper forum to deal with them. On here atrekon and violence begetting violence.
So what could be the motive? Say or more it's been part of our process.
It's a usual political agenda, inciting people and all that. Different, so you would have to deal with some of these things the right way. So I'm in court, and in fact, by 10:30, our program, Winneba, trying to basically 5 years one kosu ejuma, we budget one trade to 10 o'clock. Until I'm going back to Winneba.
I see,
and then come back to Accra in the afternoon.
Yeah, by Parliament. Purposely for, or is part of your timetable? It's been, you were expecting to be in Accra tomorrow?
Yes.
It's not necessarily because of a year that a year revocation I person in terms of the environmental EPA owns them.
No. Usually Parliament is coming tomorrow.
Okay.
Speaker issued the notice.
Okay.
So we are resuming tomorrow.
Okay, I see. But leader, quickly, I'm sure time. One of the things that maybe what buying we are team free or up to this morning, this fight against illegal mining, and Nyoma Omodi Ego Akwemu so far. TUC tension by CSO's tension, but now UTAG is still firmly on what they believe they are the conscience of the country or the nation. What do you think should be done at this point?
UTAG is being political, and their demands are unreasonable to say the least.
Political?
I'm saying they are being political, and demands they're making very unreasonable. We're in this country, and I'm not being partisan here. We're in this country when the Galamsey menace started in NDC's time, and I'm not being political. Mekede 2015, I was in the finance committee when Setekpe Oba finance committee but catch there. Problems are over cocoa industry is because of Galamsey. Into a parliament yanembwa. At the time, those NDC MPs are wofi Galamsey areas Galamsey Asamba, the one cow parliament, no way going to chamber. Ibi someone say yes true yentu nkebi. NDC abredo eba na mono wotu ije for Galamsey. Of course, Oman Payin put his presidency on the line. We haven't been wholly successful.
Mm-hmm.
There have been issues here and there. Has this Galamsey issue received the political will of all of us, the politicians? Oman, you remember a month ago, I issued a caution to the political class that you're careful. Me as an MPP, my brother in NDC, let's be careful. It will take one day. It may take us by surprise. If the country realizes that as a political class, we are not serious, they will take certain steps. Let's be careful. Because this whole nonsense of...
Nonsense?
Yes, it's absolute nonsense. People are dying. We know, I chaired Ghana Water Board. And I know what I saw. And I'm happy to say that I shared those findings on this platform with you. Did I get the support of the NDC?
Mm-mm.
For them, everything is NDC working their way to win power. Didn't we see Yenya Kwekubwain and Obin, that former chief executive of that important sector of our economy in the Galamsey areas, and we lost all the seats because they promised them the Obama won Galamsey in Akodo.
But leader, those references.
No, I'll come back.
You have your power.
I'm laying foundation. When a politician is taking an action, all right, and there's so much lack of political will by the people receiving it, it's not easy. That is the reality. All the attacks on us, we are managing. We agree that we are in power. So if TUC, other stakeholders, the Catholic Church, religious bodies, it is within their right to petition government to take action. And I agree. Because Yarba no Oba, onim NDC, onim MPP. But it's for us as a political class. We don't need external stakeholders to bring us to the table. We should initiate it ourselves. Iron politicians, should initiate and say, these areas are no-go areas. Let us be one, united. That in Suno Saya, we should not think about the power. If you get the power and there are no people to rule, in fact, our politicians in Munsunibi, into Debia Ko constituency, Nikosiobi, Debia Ko constituency, would you even be happy in your spirit? You have the power, but you are not happy. You should get power and be happy with the power. And that is what this morning I want to tell my colleagues in NDC. For them, everything is politics. NDC will not want to sit on the table and reason that the Mazime Yanka, the Mazime Fanchua. Look at what is happening in Parliament. You have gone to lure investors to come and invest in your economy. It's a government policy to say that, look, the source of attraction is tax incentive. Tax incentive is not tax giveaway, that freebie. I say that with your criticism, I agree that we should put in some blocks, control mechanisms that those benefiting from tax exemptions would not abuse the tax exemptions. You have NDC in parliament stampeding, all right?
They are talking about the abuse and, and the kind of people who are beneficiaries.
I'm saying that, you see, that's unreasonable. What do you mean by the kind of people who are beneficiaries?
That's why they have concerns.
They are business.
The kind of people who are being given this privilege.
Who are those people?
And the abuse of it.
I agree with them on abuse. That throughout our political history, tax exemptions are abused. I know. So I'm saying that in our approval, let us, as a political class, put in the conditions as parliament and require of the minister to report regularly on how those exemptions are being applied. Would that not be enough? Unless parliament does not do a job. But I'm saying that I'm against this strategy of, oh, if we let them do it, they will score points. So let's frustrate them.
But that's not nationalistic. If that's the
indeed, but that is the reality. And on mine, I'm saying that if we continue to do that politics that way, look, perish the thoughts. Perish the thoughts. So has NDC ever reflected that the Mazia wasn't here? The Mazia wasn't here.
So who could you
perish the thoughts? If Mahama should come back to come and meet Parliament, can he survive a dose of what he's doing to us?
The Parliament that you are losing your majority outright.
Oh, don't worry. You let them talk.
They're not just talking.
Yeah.
Leader.
Mawankasa. Wano. NDC for Wano. We'll lose some powers, we'll win. You heard what I said did at the Supreme Court. We'll cross Supreme Court. What did they have won? Justice Appa, beside one question. In your own collation, what figure did you get? Also, one farm.
On that note, then we have our conversation. Majority leader in Ghana's parliament, Afenyo Market, is my guest. Yekwaba. Because I was saying that we share Badwam on Adom TV, multi TV. So Ghana's majority leader in our parliament, member of parliament for Futu, and I didn't change more. The for Afenyo Market. Oh, yes, I'm a beam.
So no, in that man will cast a bit about NDC for propaganda warrior there will be win. You see, Dambra McCain 2020 was the day Okroma the Abano MPP for him. Now I was a court. Justice Apple Obisa Mr. C. Dunkatia the since around what say MPP for women. Wo figure wonye oyahe also one fan court no be send the figure akufo aduso wo pe one collation no akufo adunya yahe was onyi so on what basis in a war question easy also easy for one adwuma later onye Dr. Ofosampo for contest for national chairman Sebekeya Okoshia Dr. Mr. Dunkati and me pede MPP for na Ghana for nyina te dem kase yi. Time na war contest national chairmanship. Mr. Dunkati akruya. Okoshia NDC delegate. Na some work catch when there. In fact, work court no wonye evidence. Also work court no wonye evidence. Na work from Mr. Tachuchi Kata wo. Na Tachuchi Kata catch one there. Without evidence, he will not sacrifice his image at the Supreme Court. Into one for evidence in Branson Wako court. And that they did not have their figures. So it became a blame game within their own circles. So the issue is that at the time of Credo, they knew they had lost the elections. But already we used Patapa. 2024 here Patapa. Figures in that digitalization, figures in more tiny. Look here. Waka Simbi, men with the publisher. Was the case be about to go? Was I say doing to Muslims? I say doing to Muslims. Vote for NDC for your protection. Let's go to the content.
Well, I wish I had the video because.
But they have quoted him.
Okay, so what's the quote?
I'm quoting.
Yeah.
I'm quoting what they have quoted him to have said. Also, Mr. Asedun Ketia made the call on Friday, October 11th, 2024, while addressing a debate of people at Ziome, Aflao, during his campaign visit to Ketu South. Mm-hmm. He asked the people in the Zongos not to be deceived, but to know that the party that cared about them was the NDC and not the ruling MPP. This vote, the quotes, Asamoah in the quotes, this vote for NDC is a vote for yourself, a vote for your independence, a vote for your dignity, a vote for your treatment as equal citizens of Ghana, a vote to allow you and your children benefit from any government opportunity and receive equal share like any other citizens of Ghana. If you decide to vote otherwise, you have decided to vote to enslave yourself. End of quote. If this is true, then I am very sad for this national chairman. He knows that he loves Muslims and he removed Harun Edrusu.
But party is
oh, meba. Mami kasa.
Na party is there.
He know onyim there, meba. Onyim there odo kremofo na woyi Muntakezi. In fact, Harun Edrusu is the only in NDC circles. Harun Edrusu is the only beacon of hope for Muslims within the party. They removed him. Muntaka Mubarak. In parliament today, there is no Muslim NDC member in prominent position in parliament. If any, very few. So what is NDC talking about? We have a Muslim as our flag bearer in an MPP. When did Muslims in Ghana say that they are suffering discrimination under MPP? Or that if it is not NDC, they don't have freedom? Who told him that lie? You see, in 1992, they started a constitution. The party that has always given space to Muslims as a minority religious group to have space in the national discourse is MPP. The first Muslim vice president was under MPP. In 2000, when we had a Muslim vice running mate, they chose a running mate who is a non-Muslim. In 2004, they brought a Muslim as a Mohamed Mumuni as a running mate. When they lost the election, they dropped him. They didn't repeat a Muslim to be a running mate. Today, MPP believes in inclusiveness as a political party, believes that Ghana first. And we did not say there, Dr. Bawumia is a Muslim, he's a Mampushi man, he is not from a major tribe, but we have looked at his competence and the need to ensure inclusiveness and diversity. And we are giving an opportunity to Dr. Bawumia to be.
But these commentaries are irrelevant to our politics.
Well, to them, this is what they do in the Zongos, to go and lie to them. How can you say you love Muslims when in your party structure there's no prominent Muslim leading the charge? You sacked Harun Edrusu. They sacked him. They sacked Muntaka Mubarak, who is a Muslim who was given hope, at least for Muslims to also have somebody that would ask some.
But even indeed they sacked them, it was not based on these.
What I am saying is that if they really believe in inclusiveness, they wouldn't have sacked Harun Edrusu and Muntaka. They wouldn't have sacked. And it was Asedun Ketia who led the charge. Everybody knows it. It's a matter of fact. So how can the same Asedun Ketia go behind the scene and say that what party no what don't claim future MPP for? When we have a Muslim as a flag bearer to be president of Ghana, to bring everybody on board. Let's pay attention to this seriously. Propaganda yo. If Bawumia had not been a flag bearer, they would have also said, oh, hi, you catch on. Now, when you did the same NDC, what them say, they are using some pastors, all right? Some pastors. What could be was, Montuma Muslim. Really?
But do you believe pastors?
Some pastors, the same NDC people are using them.
Using pastors who
I am aware.
We'll go to that. That the NDC should come and influence them.
I am aware. Yeah. I am aware of some prominent church leaders the NDC is using. I am telling you that I am aware. It's a known fact that they are going underground trying to preach a certain thing to people. But it's okay. Ni narehu nyankopon wotum. Emi wo jezi de nyankopon ya doma. Ghana football hwe dwuma pa MPP abana ye. Ye 100%. Ye runtum ye dwuma no nwe pa ye 100%. Mruntum ntran menka de MPP zaya ye nyino 100%. We've had some setbacks. We've had some challenges. We have had some failures. That is the reality. But I'm saying that on the scale, any day, MPP Aban, you're better than NDC Aban.
So then now they call about 2024, my original so because on any day, MPP Aban cost year change because it's 70 billion. Say, hey, times are tough. Hey, you want
change. Social intervention policies. The ordinary Ghanaian needs social intervention policies are over one, free SHS, and I'm proud, and I'll be bold any day. Omayin, ami Adom keke dam di secondary school. Oye Parkway syndrome ne Bezri be also best St. Augustine's. That the best students should benefit from it. That, by the grace of God, I emerged the best student, and I benefited from that. That is what paid my school fees and my registration fee. I would have dropped out because my stepfather, who was working at Pomazi, had lost his job. My mother, who was a people teacher, has been affected by redeployment exercised by government at the time, and there was nobody to pay my fees. I know a lot of my mates. I went to one secondary school when you're distinction because it came fee. It's massam ye there. Obaten biara o Ghana. It did to me there. Imprim the free SHS into bimpo woma abwa moframan. At least yente da moframan wa ko school mo we yonezi. Yente da what's aben yisi code be feed wanti wa mo free SHS moframan abefi. Whether it is gold track or green track or whether a taught the children are benefiting. These children are going to university.
And then I'm quantity or not quality. So the quality is becoming
whether quantity, whether quality, it is important to first introduce this policy for the ordinary Ghanaian to benefit. And that has been done. 2, school feeding. Yamo from many p about 10 p crossing. In Krana, you want to feed the BBRFL. But you go to the out cities, you go and see poverty. MPP are bay. Under Kufo, you introduce school feeding. We've expanded the school feeding to all schools.
That expansion, does it come with quality in terms of what they are consuming?
People are cooking, children are eating and are going to school. In fact, I'm told that recently I've been increase one rate, which in Canada yet today, we're finding a delay in payments. Nyankopon Adom I've straight in one in young youth employment. Young artisans, your major problem. They form a huge chunk of the unemployment market. I've been through the YEA, youth employment, we're introducing many models. Only 100%, but at least when your opportunity through the youth employment program.
Maybe the NDC as part of its plans.
They always listen. These people
bringing apprenticeship scheme.
Yeah, these guys don't mind them.
No,
let me tell you something.
No, leader, hold on.
What they are bringing what?
The apprenticeship scheme where they will upgrade that.
You mean the Akokon Kitin one?
No, which one?
You know what?
No.
Yes.
That's why they think they are a government in waiting because more interventions, maybe it's not impactful. Don't forget the big push. Don't forget 24-hour economy. Don't forget the apprenticeship scheme Omodeba. Don't forget regulating the front of Okada. Don't forget that free Omodema first kind of people entering the university. Don't forget other ones or more pushy if they have that opportunity, they will ensure that the welfare of the Ghanaian be paramount to them.
Okay, so good time to respond. Thank you very much. These are mere rhetorics of the NDC. We've seen them before. Fortunately, they don't have a new leader, but they have the same old leader. So yes, judge a man by his track record. All the MPs are what to campaign, they were in the first NDC.